The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom. The Leo King will be live shortly. Please hold on while the collective consciousness loads, and thank you for being a part of the Leo Kingdom.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, Leo King, and welcome to Deep Love Tarot, your weekly tarot love reading for the week of January the 6th through the 12th of 2020 here on highvibe.tv. If you've not been on highvibe.tv, make sure that you check it out right now. We have awesome apps and, of course, our website where you can get exclusive content, my daily video horoscopes, my daily tarot, my weekly intuitive, and of course my weekly sun sign horoscopes and so much more. We got notifications we send out, so much. Make sure that you subscribe now and join us at highvibe.tv. And of course tonight I am with my co-host, the one and only Craig Skidmore, who's back in the house for Deep Love Tarot.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I know, it feels like it's been a long time since I've been here with y'all.
It's been a minute, bro.
It's been a few.
And we just
back, baby.
redid the set again. We're all glowing now, baby.
Hey, it's 2020 now.
Now people are going to think I'm like the devil in a red chair with a black shirt on.
The devil speaks.
I'm not the devil, everybody, because
No,
I do
not.
tarot and astrology.
You're not the devil, David.
I actually want to ask you this real quick, Craig. Before, This is a major week in the astrology, number one. Major. Eclipse
So
week.
I've heard.
Saturn, Pluto.
Saturn,
Big stuff.
Pluto.
But there's been a lot of, I got emails this weekend of people trying to defect me back to Christianity, saying the devil. You heard the voicemails I got.
I did. They were
What do you feel about all that?
Quite entertaining. I mean, I feel like people are out in the world trying to get a little weird, and then, yeah, they kind of project their bullshit onto other people. But, you know, it made for a good time. I had a good laugh. So ain't nothing wrong with that, in my opinion.
Well, I thought it was quite interesting, some of the voicemails. But, you know, I feel that this is such a powerful time for us all. And you know what? When it comes to love, it's extremely powerfully intense this week. That's why I think we titled the video Extreme Relationship Shifts, because we are ending finally this week. And I know I've been talking about it for years, but finally the Saturn-Pluto conjunction of 1982 and 1983 is coming to its close. That is a long cycle, and it comes to a close this Sunday on the 12th. We got a lunar eclipse in Cancer happening on Friday in opposition to that Saturn-Pluto. We also are going to have the Sun, Mercury, Saturn, Pluto all meet up on this Sunday. And so really, you know, this is a big preparation. We got Venus in Aquarius too during this whole time, and Mars in Sag. So the energies of relationships, Mars and Venus, the masculine and the feminine, are both in this fire with Mars and Venus, you know, and air. Is going to be a very intense and hot time. We got Venus in Aquarius. It's a little bit freaky deaky.
So
Mars
hot.
and Sag ready to go the distance and explore whatever. But we got Saturn and Pluto, this huge wall in front of all of us. So there's a lot of walls that are going to be broken, or they're going to be really stiff. And not that kind of stiff, but the stiff of like blockage.
Now you got to break that shit down. Just run head first. Boom. Break right through it.
Just Scorpio that shit?
Yeah, exactly. Break on through to the other side, baby.
Just Scorpio that shit through, man. So it's going to be an intense week. If you've never watched the show before, this is where we are going to go into the cards. We do the collective reading first. And then, of course, after we do the collective reading, we pick out of the High Vibe Red Cup about what sun sign we're going to do next for the reading. And the way that we do it, of course, is we have a couple different cards, of course, that we do. We got some different oracle cards. I got, of course, the Black Moon Astrology cards. Look at this, little Leo King. Kind of cool. We got the Enchanted deck as the challenge. We got the Sacred Oracle deck here that is going to be how we deal with the outcome of things. And then I have 3 fun decks, and I have a secret deck. This is actually from Anne, who's here at High Vibe. This is a random deck. It's not even a tarot deck, but I'm going to throw it in. We're going to throw in some crazy shit. This is the Oregon Trail deck. Are you going to get a calamity? Let's pull one for Craig real quick. What is Craig going to get from the Oregon Trail deck?
I'm going to probably like a snake in my boot.
I don't know. Calamity.
That was Toy Story,
oh,
actually.
snake bite. I'm not even kidding. Look at that. Snake bite.
You know?
Oh, you have been bitten by a rattlesnake. You have died of snake bite. You're done.
That's all I can ask for. You know, death by snake and glory.
I'm throwing this one back in the deck because it's too good. But yeah, we are throwing in a little bit of a curveball this week because guess what? We are all going to go through a curveball. It's going to be a gnarly when it comes to relationships. We also have Uranus turning direct, which Uranus deals with people in Taurus on the moment, pretty much, of the lunar eclipse on Friday. So this week, unpredictability. This is going to be a lot of shifting. And when the gate, it reminds me of like, I don't know, like a trash compactor where it's like, oh, bam! There's going to be so much intense energy this week. I hope you're all ready. So that's a lot of the collective energy going on. Let's see what it actually has to deal with in the cards. All right, first card that we got for the collective this week is the Neptune card. There's some sacrifices needing to be made, whether you're sacrificing letting go of something. Remember, it's Neptune. This is about let goes. But at the same time, the opposite of that, too, is that sacrificing of allowing your soul to truly be at one, be at peace, and go into. So I feel that this is going to be a lot of people letting go of relationships and a lot of people also sacrificing their walls, their blocks to go into emotionally to see what's there at the same time. So this is where we're going to see a major, major event go on here this week. And Neptune also rules dreams. So we just don't want to get caught up on just the sacrifice that it says here. It rules our dreams. Neptune is in awesome aspects to the sun this week and to Mercury. So it's about following your intuition. Your intuition knows what to do in relationships this week for the collective. Go to where the intuition is going. Don't get stuck on, I'm safe here because,
Yeah, don't get stuck in the mud.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about Neptune. People can get stuck in subconscious kind of triggers, which I think is a good description of being stuck in the mud when you don't have to be. And I think that
all the descriptions that I do, they're always good.
You always give really amazing ones.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you're back.
Me too.
And I do want to say that Neptune also has to deal with delusions. So where's the line of, is this a dream or is this a delusion? That we are going to find in more clarifying aspects here. But I just want to say that with Neptune and Pisces, there is dreams. There are things here, but there's got to be sacrifices made. You're going to have to let go of things that maybe, are in the way or of something beautiful coming in that are not truly the dream, that are not truly the vision that you see. And at the same time, you got to sacrifice the sensitivities of allowing something beautiful to come in spiritually. And also, Neptune is a spiritual card. So it's almost like if it's not got a spiritual connection, it's like playing Operation. Like you're going to just there's no way you're getting any of those little organs out. So I would say that that's a main part of this. Our challenge for this week is going to be the magic card. Yeah, this is saying, especially with Neptune there, if there is no magic in the relationship, and this is magic with a K, okay, you know where the term magic comes from? Number one, magistrate. Because back in the old days, especially in Greek, actually in the Republic, dealing with the senators and so forth, they would talk to the magistrates. If there was a problem going on, and even Egyptian goes back to magistrates too, but those were the magicians. We get that term from that, but really what they were like high council people that actually were counseled by the senators, by the country, to be like, what happened? Why is the country broke right now? Or why did we just lose this war? They would go to the magistrates. The magistrates would tap into spirit, tap into God, tap into the creator, tap into the gods, tap into astrology, tap into all that and be like, hey, this is why we've become too greedy or we've lost our way in this way. And that's where it comes from. This magic with a K is about like, is there an understanding, especially that we got Neptune and we've got the magic card as the challenge? Oh my gosh, if this is just not in your spiritual alignment at all, you got to run, baby, run. I don't know. Give me a little song here.
Disco
Craig.
Inferno.
There we go.
But it's burn, baby, burn, but it's all right.
I don't care. I just was waiting for you to just drop something on me there. But, I think that the challenge here too, having a magic card, I think that it's like, if this is just like dull and it's just like there's no imagination. There's no, and if especially I don't know why my guides are picking up on this one. If your partner doesn't believe in any of this shit we're talking about right now, and they're probably watching this with you right now, and they're probably like, uh-oh. But it's true. It's like, why would you be with anybody that's not on the new, this is 2020. This is not 1991. You know what I mean? Like, this is 2020. And I'm sorry to say that magic exists and that spirituality is a real deal. And if you have a partner or you're dating somebody and they're just like, I don't know about that shit, get the fuck out. All right. We get through with our guides. Look at how much spirituality is popping up. Guides? Holy shit. So we definitely need to be, if we're not connected with our guides, we're not listening to our intuition, and we're not connected to magic, it's not going to go the right way. But if we are, it's going to lead us to the ultimate path. I'm going to get a little bit more clarity here from the guides card. We got the Magician card reversed.
Damn, Daniel.
Talk about, oh my gosh. Okay, so guess what? Your guides are telling you who's magic and who's not. Straight up. And your guides are also going to tell you that if you do not follow magic, then you will lose your own magic. Kind of creepy. I'm going to use a zombie analogy. You know, it's like, you're not a zombie, but you want to be with a zombie. Well, eventually, whether it's by sitting next to them, they might bite you. I mean, imagine trying to have, you know, love with a zombie. I mean, they're probably going to bite you, and then you're going to be turned into a zombie, and it makes you part of the living dead. This is where you've got to be very careful that you're not continuing to connect or be part of energies relationship-wise that is just like not in this magic role, because it will suck the soul out of you and disconnect you almost in many ways from your guides. Because when we're connected with anybody who's not in alignment with us and is not in alignment with the greater vast understanding of this beautiful universe and this connection, I don't want to say that your guides are pulling away from you, but it's almost like, how are you going to connect with your guides? Because actually you're looking at the guide of this energy of a relationship that is not true to the true spiritual path in which you lie. All right, the way that we're going to get through this thing, 5 of Wands upright. We got to be tough. We got to show up. We got to, you know, this is a card of course, confrontation. So it's going to feel like you're conflicting or confronting things that you don't want to confront. But the other part of the 5 of Wands, which I love, is actually, you know, it's a bunch of people coming and playing a sport together or jousting or having a good time. So it's like, there should be a little bit of tension here. Now, the tension can be positive magic or it can be negative magic. The negative magic is going to be confronting the truth that this is not working, that you're afraid of. The positive is this positive tension of the excitement of what the magic can create. So that's what I'm feeling with the collective. We're going to pull Oregon Trail card, and we got starvation. Are you going to starve yourself when food supplies are low and you are starving? Survive another day with 1 food card. 2 rounds of play without a food card and you have died of starvation.
There's still a lot of nutrients on that apple that I'm seeing here.
I mean,
it's like a glass half empty type of situation. People just wasting their energy, throwing it all away when you should just level up.
I mean, even if I was starving, I wouldn't eat this little somebody else's eaten apple core.
Oh, I'd eat that shit.
No, I'd find something else. I'd give it another day. But again, I think that you're right. You're the Scorpio. You know how to survive. I'm a Leo. I'm like all pompous. Like, nah, I can't eat that shit. But guess what? I'd probably die. So
you did.
The truth is that, but is that what you want in your life? To be starving? I got a feeling the overall energy with pulling, you know what? Thank you, Ann, for this Oregon Trail card deck. This isn't a tarot deck, by the way, but we're having fun in integrating it and showing you that you can do magic in every way. If you are starving in the relationships that you keep going towards and it's not delivering, and you're still hungry even after eating an apple, or you're still like, or, you know, this whole apple thing, especially like in the story of Sleeping Beauty, like, Sleeping Beauty, like, damn. What we like to say is, damn, Daniel. Oh, we got Pluto in Virgo in the 10th house. So guess what, everybody? This is about major changes in your reality in order to get you on your true destiny placement. But Pluto is a destroyer. So it's a complete complete restructuring of your reality in order to get you to the ultimate path. And if you're in a relationship where the reality and the path are not in alignment, Pluto will not give you shit. You will not receive. You will be desperate. But Pluto is about receiving the ultimate power if you have a reality and your destiny and your goals meet in the same way, and do not get your life sucked out of you spiritually by being with somebody that's not in alignment with you at all or doesn't believe in what you're doing, because you're going to be fucked to starvation, and you might survive another day, but then...
I mean, how many apple cores can you eat?
Yeah, how many apple cores can you eat?
Like 15, probably. Easily.
I know.
15, fuck. Maybe even 16.
I don't even want to think about that scenario right now in my life. We got Geminis first. Wow, the universe wants Geminis on the biggest week of the... I want to just say this. This is the biggest fucking week ever in astrology. Ever!
Ever.
Ever!
Ever.
I feel like I'm on high school graduation or something like that, because it's like I've been just talking about this shit for years, and as a horoscope astrologer and 8 years of videos every day, I'm like, holy shit, I've been just talking about this motherfucker for so long that I'm like, finally made it to this fucker.
It's like
shit.
prom.
You know what I mean?
It's prom week.
So Geminis, I mean, you want to talk about starvation. Well, the starvation, you know, this is the 8th house for all this Capricorn, and where the eclipse is going to be happening in the 2nd and the 8th. So there's a lot about knowing the true value of things and not just going for things for desire. But you need desire and value at the same time. And I think that with Venus in Aquarius, you know, Geminis need to look at a wider scope of things and make sure that it's all connected. And you got to remember as well, with Uranus turning direct in the 12th house, making sure that you're not blinded by some sort of like subconscious pattern or going into something that you think is exciting, but really it's actually taking you down a negative trail of leaving your soul. Because Gemini is curious, right? It might be fun for a little bit, but is it just fulfilling the more basic needs? It's time for you to look at something that actually will be, you're so determined to have something that will last, yet it's not about how deep and passionate it is. That's already there. It's about whether or not it holds the value that values you and values something beautiful that can be created and made with that lunar eclipse in Cancer. All right, Geminis, your first card this week is the Aquarius card. I know this is where Venus is this week, and I think that you need to pay attention to this because, one, this is about looking at all the options that you have, and you need to have a spiritual mental knowing. You know, it's like, especially this is the 23 card, 5 card, there's a lot of things going on in your mind, but I think that a lot of it has to deal with you finding what makes sense for interconnectedness. Do the people that these people associate with make sense for you? That's a big one. Because Aquarius rules friends, and it rules... And also, is the relationship got a friendship? It might be, but is that really what it is and not love? Or is it love and missing the friendship? Or is it friendship and truly love? I think that you need to have both.
That's a lot of options right there.
I'm going to throw out a lot of options. This is the most intense week in the astrology ever. Ever. And so the other part is with Aquarius here, I think that it's so important to remember that this is where Uranus is the ruler of, and it's retrograding in your 12th house. So do not be delusional and start hoarding something because you're afraid to lose it, especially because all this energy is in your 8th house with Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter. Gemini, with the Aquarius energy, you need to detach for a second. Not like, don't pull fucking cold shoulder, like, fuck, I'm just like not calling you. But you need to energetically this week, before you are really, and if you've already put yourself really fucking like, it's like, okay, still get a little satellite up to get you a better view of things and look at things from a different view, or ask your friends or ask people that you know and not people that are connected with it. Ask people that are going to give you a truth, that they're going to give you the real deal, because you need a little bit of insight right now from other people to help you know what's going on. Your challenge this week is the protection card. There you are, trying to protect something that maybe is not worth protecting. You know that shit. But also, part of the challenge is like, what are you trying to protect? For single Geminis out there, you might be putting up massive walls of truly just allowing yourself to just go experience deep connection and understand. For some partnered Geminis, or I would just say just in general for all Geminis, there's something weird about protection here. Either you're protecting something that you know is just not worthy of your time, your money, your life, your soul, your fucking soul. I'll just reiterate that one with Uranus going direct in your 12th. Go talk to Tauruses for the last 8 years, okay? They just learned that lesson, okay? But I just want to say that this protection challenge with Aquarius is like, there is a world out there. Aquarius is the world that is wishes too, that maybe you're holding on to something that's not allowing you to go into that world, or maybe you're dealing with people that you need to protect yourself from, but you're not seeing that. You're like, oh, I don't really know. It's like, is this counteractive to your mission here? That's a big question, because remember, for every sign right now, it's about the mission right now, okay? Walls up and walls down, you need to know better where these are. This is your challenge. Your overall outcome is time. You don't have time to be wasting anymore and trying to figure out what to bring in and what not to. It's like you've run out of time. But I think that the other part of this is like, take the time to pull out and look from a better view of things. Because I'm feeling a lot of energy here. We could look at this protection card very, scorpionic with Aquarius, which there's been a lot of that with Mars that finished in Scorpio and Venus in Aquarius. But, there's a lot to say about this time in your life where it's like, hey, you need to really go into, sure, protection's always a good thing, but are you protecting something because you're afraid to lose it? That's the issue. And I think that the deeper issue is like, and then have you created walls because you've lost things? Oh, that didn't work out. So I don't, it's like, I want to create it. I want to make sure everything's okay. It's like, you fucking know. You're fucking a Gemini. You're smart. You're not some dumb sign. Remember, you're supposed to be the smartest sign. But why are you not using those smarts? Maybe the Aquarians actually are smarter than you. So maybe you need to actually tap into that for a little bit for 1 second. But the Aquarian always becomes the hermit by flying off in a flying saucer and going to another universe, and then misses out on the whole world sometimes, and then comes back and missed out on, Lost was like, 2000s. Like, we're already went through the 2010s. Like, we're in 2020 now. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I thought that was like the coolest show. I have a Lost shirt on. It's like, that's why Aquarius looks so weird. Whoa, my gosh, you pulled the Tower card here over this protection. Yeah, you're afraid of losing something. You're afraid of letting something go. That's Gemini's. But you're also afraid of letting something in and having it just kaboom in your life. Why not? Fuck it. Isn't that the experience to understand the value of something? Like, the only way that I know, and I know I'm going to use a car analogy, the only way I know, I grew up as a Chevy guy my whole life. My dad worked for Chevrolet and Mercedes-Benz. So I was Chevy, Mercedes my whole life. So of course I went out and bought Chevys. Fucking first Chevy truck I bought in 2004. I was 19 years old, bought a brand new truck. Fucking training went out at fucking 15,000 miles. And I was like, in denial. Went out and bought another fucking Chevy. Fucking hubcaps or wheel bearings went out. Problems. The fuel gauge didn't work. I was like, what the fuck? Became an older man. Started my own businesses, started buying Ford trucks, and I fucking Ford trucks shit on Chevy now, and all my Fords have been great. What the fuck was I doing? I mean, and everybody's saying, you own a Corvette. Yeah, it's a little different, but even that Chevy, and you can ask Craig, that thing's been a fucking bitch. So, I only find out about the worth of shit by actually going into it, and if it kabooms on me, at least I know. But you're afraid of kabooming things, and I think that you're protecting certain situations, like even taking on other people's bullshit. Like, they are fucking disrupting your life, towering you out, and you're like willing to protect them. It's like, I don't believe in what you believe in, or I don't like the way you look today, or maybe you should fucking do this to your fucking hair, blah, 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 right? And you are being like, oh, well, I don't want to lose it. And then there's those out there that it's like, man, I went through some gnarly breakups and I went through some crazy shit. Like, I don't want anybody coming in because guess what's going to happen? I will get hurt again. It's like, well, guess what? You're already hurt because you're fucking sitting there fucking trying to look hot, as all Geminis do, man or woman. And there you are trying to look all hot, get social, Aquarius. And then you're like, well, oh my God, they're dreamy or whatever. But no, I'm just going to keep it fucking beep. I am keeping it PG-13. I'm not talking about bringing out the vibrator yet. Fucking, Vibrator or real thing? Real thing that's shitty? Out. Pretty clear. Let's see what you got for that Oregon Trail. Wow, you got cholera? You have cholera. That, especially back in the day, it was like the ones that, you know, they tasted the water a little bit before as themselves, instead of getting caught up into kind of like these weird emotional places that are taking them farther away from their ultimate shining bright. Remember that Leo is your third house, Gemini, the communicator in you, the messenger in you. And with 10th house, the ultimate messenger that you came here to be. Are you in partnerships that condone in a positive way that message and empower you in that same message? Or are they actually taking away from that by pulling you into weird emotional places? We got, well, Aquarius, how funny. We got 2 air signs in a row. I don't know, I think it was the last time you were here, we pulled 3 air signs in a row, and that shit did not go down well. Fuck. You know, those graphics look so good. They mix now with this. So if people don't know, this is from the event we did with Kim. Oh no, yeah, it was. It was the 12/12 event we did here for the full moon in Gemini going into Cancer, the last full moon of the decade. And everybody came, high-vibed, that was part of the event, and got to paint multiple layers on this. So and now you see it here. And there's a bunch of everybody's like signatures and stuff. And then when we were live streaming, people were asking people to get drawn stuff, and people were drawing stuff for people in the live stream. It's pretty cool. All right, Aquarians, well, it's the biggest 12th house transit of your life. Every sign in the world has never gone through this much. So I honestly, as a astrologer and as a 12th houser myself, so I'm in total understanding of the 12th house. Like, this is where Aquarians are at their biggest, like, what the hell moment of their lives. And especially when it comes to where am I going? How is this all going to work? It could feel like you are just, where is this all going? You know, there's something to say about Aquarians really having to look at the world they want to be in and the person that they want to be. And there's like kind of like a weird spiritual crisis going down about what needs to be removed in life. And because this is that much 12th house, and especially with Uranus, your ruling planet, going direct in Taurus, which is your emotional house, you need emotional value and security in a new and radical way and a change. And you need some sort of feeling emotionally. You know, Taurus, especially with the 4th house, like Aquarians, believe it or not, even though they feel detached, the only way to keep an Aquarius in the UFO in your bedroom is sensuality. What we take as wounds, what we take as vulnerability, and I think that this is a very vulnerable time. You need a partnership that's not really that strong, like, and you've been the one holding everything up, and now here you are kind of in the most vulnerable place in your life and you're healing and they can't help you. That's going to be a sign that this isn't working. And also, if you yourself, I'm going to put this one on Aquarians, not so much about the outside of people. If you can't be vulnerable and can't expose the real wounds you're going through in your life, how do you expect anybody to connect with you? That's going to be a big issue for Aquarians to really pay attention to. And last thing I'll say about this Chiron card is because Chiron is in Aries, there's these mind games that have been going on in yourself, but problem solving, and you're waiting for the exact moment for when things look just right. Well, I'm just here to tell you they won't. That, you know what, the best problem solvers are like, what was his name that flew the plane into the Hudson? Sully. Like that, the people in the trading simulators could not fucking land the plane. It's reading, this is like a life reading. Because that's connected with love anyway for you. Your life is going through a major, we are waiting for the Aquarians to come on their deepest spiritual online gifts and show us the world. And I think that Aquarians, I'm going to be honest with you, you have to step into the spiritual leaders now. Like, you can no longer like lead with, I went through this 15 years ago. Literally, it was like I was leading as this persona without being the spiritual persona. It was like the persona of David Palmer and reality show man. Well, guess what? That fucking fucked me in the ass. Did not feel good. And when I came out, humbled, homeless as the astrologer, look where I'm sitting right now. patience is your issue. I think that, you know what? I think that especially with all this 12th house and especially with Saturn and Pluto, and this is a lot of blocks, you know, this could feel very alone. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter if you're, you know, dating somebody right now. There's something about feeling like you still can't connect deeply, Aquarian. That there's something like, I can't deal with this. There's blocks. There's too much patience. It's a struggle. And you're impatient and you're wanting to heal quick and you're wanting to feel. And there's this feeling of almost being abandoned or feeling alone, even in the middle of what you think is the most love or whatever. And Aquarians do a great job of not showing that, being like, oh no, everything's good. It's like, we can see through that shit now. Welcome to astrology. Welcome to tarot. You know, Aquarians can't, that's the one, the ironic aspect of Aquarius is, believe it or not, that, you know, yes, Mercury is the ruler of astrology, but modern astrology is ruled by Uranus, Aquarius. So this more modern approach now, Aquarians are being seen and they're like, oh no. But is anybody seeing you in your relationship world and seeing that you're in, I'm going to say pain, and know how to come into your world and just love you for that pain instead of love you because there's some other thing and they're not seeing that? That's a sign. Damn. I love this. I love hearing a Scorpio tell an Aquarius what to shift, because Aquarians need to hear it from Scorpio. Like Leo, I'm the enemy of Aquarius, right? I'm the opposition. So they're like, oh, that's just a fucking king screaming at me. Fucking Scorpio is the in-between, right? That's actually like, well, it looks at both Aquarius and Leo and goes, hold on a second. Let me give you some fucking real truth here. Bang. I mean, I deal with it every day. I get fucking Scorpio shit on me all the time. So Aquarius, like, learn to live with it. I love having Scorpio energy around me because it's like calls me out on shit.
Apparently I turned my mic off. So now I'm back. Hi, everybody.
So they missed what you just said?
Who the hell knows?
Well, Craig just called out Aquarians and said...
Let me switch my mic up.
Oh, the battery's died? Oh, here's the mic. See, I'm a fucked up Leo. I haven't had a second mic for myself.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah, we got you now.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
Well, tell them what you were telling the Aquarians.
Shit, I don't even know.
You were saying about...
Yeah, you can't be hiding. You got to speak your truth. People aren't going to always sit there and be able to read your mind.
There
you
we
want
go.
something, speak your desires. Speak your truth. Go out there to the fucking world and go get it. Love and life is attainable if you apply yourself. But if not, you're going to be stuck all by yourself, sitting in the corner, playing with cards.
We're not routing on you, Aquarius. We're trying to give you some humor because we know you need it during these times. This is a painful time. You know what? This is a new moon, so this is a new way that you can start to emotionally and with your awareness start to set a new intention in your life by getting out of this pain. But I think that also when it comes to love and relationships, this is a love and relationship show. Yeah, there is something about new moon energy, about coming into new energy. Maybe you need to come into new energy in yourself and approach a relationship in a new way. And maybe that you just need new relationships into your life and you need to approach it from a new understanding. Remember that the last new moon happened to be a lunar or solar eclipse in Capricorn, your 12th house. So it's like, the last 2 weeks have really been, or especially a week and a half coming into 2 weeks by the end of this week, is literally been like the true feeling of pain, patience, and deep kind of feeling like you're drifting into a weird space. Venus, I think, has been kind of adding some icing over the wound, but the icing's leaving soon. And I think that this new moon is saying that things need to come from a new place. And I think, and I'm just giving you my soul truth because this is the craziest astrology that has ever happened.
Ever. In the history of everness.
Ever. And I am here to give you my best advice as a 12th house Leo that went through all this shit fucking in my 12th house when it was in Cancer. And I've already been through lunar eclipses in the 12th and fucking, oh my God. Do not lead with this identity anymore. Lead with the soul. I want Aquarians to lead with their soul. That's how you're going to get relationships. I remember my relationships back when Saturn was in Cancer.
Speak that truth.
Was horrible because I was leading with this ego identification of this not soulless person. And I left that soul fucking in the fucking closet. And I was like, oh yeah, just, I kind of do that shit. Only when people came to my pad just to fucking come to the after parties after the rave would I pull it out. And well, that's not true. If there was a good cuddle puddle and that chick was hot, fucking I was like, yeah, fucking what side are you?
Everybody needs a nice little cuddle in life. And I know my microphone was not working, but it is working now, people. So
you were going the whole time with no mic?
Nah, I don't fucking know. It was working, and then I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it's back. I see green, baby. We're good. We good. They caught it. They got it.
All right. That's good news. Okay. All right. Let's see how these Aquarians are going to get through this shit. The Hierophant reversed. Well, that's exactly what I was speaking of. You are putting too much patience on coming out as your spiritual self fully. You're afraid to wear, and I hate to use the Pope, but because it is the Hierophant card, it's like you're afraid to wear the clothing of your spiritual self. Now, I'm not telling you to go wear a burqa or something crazy. I'm just telling you to you don't see me do that. I mean, I look like I'm like a Guido, you know what I mean? Like, hey, what's up? You want some fucking astrology? And I'm not even Italian. So, it's like, hey, you could wear whatever you want to wear and be who you want to be, but wear the skin and make sure you lotion it of the fucking true self that you are, and having only relationships that in your life help bring that out of you to fix you through this pain. Also, Hierophant reversed is saying the way to get out of this patient thing is stop doing the same routines and practices that you've been doing right now. They're not working anymore. And having relationships that are the same patterns that you keep doing. I guarantee you've been seeing the same pattern in a relationship and you keep blaming on the outside person, but it's really your own shit that you do, and boundaries that you do not lay, and traditions that maybe you're too stern. Sometimes the Hierophant reverse is saying man, maybe you're castrating people too much. Like, oh my gosh, you are not praying this way, or you're not doing this thing, or you did not donate enough money, or you did not do this, or you did not speak to me this way, or blah, 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 blah. Over. What is your Oregon Trail card? You got starvation as well. So you're starving out there. Time for you to stop starving yourself. It's not fun. I think that this is where it's like you're biting the hand that feeds. Especially with that Hierophant reversed. I'm going to get a clarifying card on this new moon. What are you starting new? You're juggling two weird worlds that are not working. So stop juggling the worlds and pick a world already. And especially I would say pick the spiritual world. You're also trying way too many things, and you're juggling way too many things. Are you juggling too many people? Or I think that you're juggling too many people. And I don't think that you're revealing it. I think that new moon, because the new moon is usually, this is not a solar eclipse. And in the decks that I have, it'll say solar eclipse. New moons you can't see the moon, it's hidden. So you are hiding that you're juggling a lot of other people, even if you are in a partnership. Like you're juggling in your head, you're juggling in the bathroom, you know what I mean? I'm going to get one more clarifying card because they're going through a lot. But
one more card, Aquarius. Look at you guys.
What is the healing about
Lucky
here?
day.
The Lover's card reversed.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh
this is the
my
craziest
God.
astrology to ever happen.
Ever. In the history of everness.
Ever. So guess what? Yeah, you got the Lover's reversed as your healing. Oh yeah, they are not showing up for your pain and everything, but do they even know?
You don't know what you don't know.
Gosh, wow.
Hey, you
Aquarius, South Node. Is that North Node? No, it's South Node. South Node Aquarius in the 8th. Oh my gosh, you're hiding way too much shit of who you are. I think that, you know what? You need to come and show the world your light and show the world your value and stop hiding in your own weird UFO in the middle of fucking nowhere and come back out into reality and be the amazing soul that you are and own it, and stop living in a world, whether it's your job, whether it's your day-to-day life, whether it's anything that is hiding yourself from the most amazing life that you could fucking ever have, and you're just so terrified. Stop living in fear. Live into the passion of the creation that you can have.
What are you so scared of? What are you so scared of, Aquarius? Love in life is not a terrifying thing. Just be.
Well,
Okay.
I think that it's like a contradiction. Like, I'm spiritual, but not like I'm not really ready to own it fully. Like, I won't own the title.
Yeah, face it and embrace it.
It reminds me of sports, right? So it's like, you know, we played sports our whole life and shit,
We did. A couple.
right?
One or two.
But it's like, you know, when we were a kid, we owned that shit. It was like, I fucking play baseball. I'm a swimmer. I'm a fucking water polo player. I'm a da-da-da-da. Well, you know what? I have jet skis, and I became a pro jet ski racer, and I fucking went for it, and I own that shit. And so I just don't jet ski. I fucking race jet skis. You
And
know what I mean?
I ride a beach
own
cruiser.
that shit.
So there you go.
And when it comes to relationships, you really think a relationship's gonna work when you haven't stepped into that shit?
No.
Nope.
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 Not one bit.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Can't deny it. Don't deny the love that is coming your way, Aquarius.
Okay. Well, we got Pisces and Taurus, so we'll do Tauruses first right here, and then Pisces will come right after. Pisces are going to get a little bit of a, they at least get a prep knowing that they're after Taurus.
A little warm up, eh?
So
They could take a jog around the living room.
a swim in their fish tank.
Yeah, they could do that too. They could do a
So,
little
Craig?
swimming with the fishes.
How was your holiday and your New Year for those that have not caught up with you?
Well, it was quite riveting. I was here at the High Vibe Studios getting over an illness. So it was quite mellow. It was the least hungover I've ever been on January 1st in my adult life. It was quite nice, I must say. It's a big change of events for me. But besides that, I don't know. I think this new year, a lot of people are stepping into like relationships with kind of, or need to, with an open mind kind of, and not putting that added pressure as to what it could be or what it should be, and really just exist with appreciation of that person that you're with, and appreciate yourself first off, because without that, shit ain't gonna work.
I agree.
Do you agree?
I agree. Maybe that illness just brought something deeply spiritual deep in the bellows of that illness.
Yeah, I had some like demon fucking eating me from the inside out, but it's gone. I exorcised the demon.
Wonderful.
I'm back.
Wonderful. Looks like that cholera is gone, or that snake bite. You survived it on the
Yes,
Oregon Trail. I'm
fucking
so happy that you're still on the trail with us.
Rattlesnake came
Oh
bit
my
me in the
gosh.
ass.
Let's see what's up with the Taurus. The Taurus is all this Capricorn is, you know, 9th house, right? It's like, ooh, big beliefs, but the North Node in this lunar eclipse is in the 3rd. It's like, this is about your message. This is about looking into new environments. This is not about trying to bring old stories into new environments. Yes, you can bring the knowledge, but it's almost like you don't want to actually bring in the old book. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, good example is my grandfather was in televisions for 50 years. So
Like he lived
here in
inside
Newport
of a
Beach,
in a TV?
Pile TV,
He
Newport
lived
Beach,
inside of 'em?
15th Street, next to Stuff Surfer, 50 years. All the TVs in Newport Beach were through my grandfather. And guess what? If my grandfather right now, who's dead, I love him, he's 19 years dead now, or 18 years, if he were to come here right now with an old Zenith book on how to replace the fucking coils of those Zeniths for this LED screen I'm looking at or any of these cameras, it would just be like, I love you, Opa, but will you just listen to me for a second? You know what I mean? This is Taurus's thing. All the stuff that they learn and all that's all old. It's Capricorn. It's like old dusty books. That's 9th house. So even my ring fell off on that thing. Whoa, that's like, old dusty books, okay? This is the time for you to stop applying these old things and these old stories and these old trophies of like your journeys and almost living them and live into the now. And that might be a little bit feeling small because the 3rd house feels small, but it's not. It's exciting. You can be more free and you can actually find better positions and more emotional comfort by doing that. Also with Venus and Aquarius in your 10th house. It's like finding partnerships right now that really are on the same mission as you in the same trail and offer something better for you in your life when it comes to your mission and trail. If your partnership right now is jobless or they're not cool with you and your job or something like that, fucking run. Also, last thing, Mars in Sag, trust. Trust is a big one. And this has been a really hard spot for you because of Neptune that's still in your 11th house, weird stuff with people, and then all this 8th house stuff of Sag. Trust is everything, Taurus. You got to have trust, and you got to be willing to put more in that space. All right, let's see what we got for Tauruses this week. We got the 3rd house. I was just talking about it. That's what the lunar eclipse is, definitely about the messages. And you know, the Eye of Horus, that's the knowing. You remember, Mercury, 3rd house, is the old knowing, not this 9th house of the wisdom of some guru. You know, it's almost like, you know, step away from guru energy. Step away from yourself or people that, you know, it's like, oh, yeah, I know everything. You know what? Find more youth, excitement, and more, you know, places that you don't know. The more that you step into relationships right now where you don't know everything, because it's almost like you might be trying to cater to relationships so you feel like, oh, I have the upper hand because I know things. Do you really? If that partnership was asking you, like, you know, oh, how do you hook up whatever in life? I don't know. Or if they were even to say, like, you want to go to this cool new hip restaurant, and you'd be like, well, I mean, I know I go to this old restaurant that's got the best steak in town, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, you haven't been out in a minute, have you?
Older the berry, sweeter the juice.
I think that Taurus has got to, like, you know, go find that, like, energy of relationships that push them into these new places and find their youth again and find that true exploration. Because there is still exploration, but it's exploring new things, not trying to explore the old things again and bring them back in. And also, you know, rigid beliefs. I think that for you, this is a time for if somebody's buying your rigid beliefs and it's not taking you into new energy, it's like, it's going to be dull. And I think that for you, you need stimulation now. Find somebody who's exciting, youthful, stimulating. You did pull the contemplation card. That's your challenge. You're still contemplating. What are you contemplating on? Whether or not you fucking look good in your panties still or whatever? I don't know. But you're contemplating something weird that's blocking the excitement and the youth and the enthusiasm. You know, I think that you could be contemplating a relationship situation. I'll get a clarifier on this. You're contemplating your emotions. And you're contemplating maybe somebody else's emotions, where they are at, and you're afraid, and you feel like there's a lot of things that still haven't been brought up, or maybe you haven't brought up everything, or maybe it's all come up and you're just contemplating on how that is. But you got to sort it out with the 3rd house and be like, okay, instead of like trying to continue to contemplate and figure out this emotional situation, look at the facts.
Look at the facts that are being presented to you.
You got the snake, you got the transmute card. You know what? You're going to have to shed your skin, and this is a major moment of changing your energy in an extreme new way, Taurus. So I feel like with relationships, you know, this is going to be a major time for you where it's like, you know, you're going through a major shift point and a change in how you deal with relationships. And you know what? This could even be like a relationship turning to a new situation, a relationship turning into a new thing, old skin shedding itself off. But you got to transmute the emotional contemplation to a new place and get back to that exciting, youthful place. I also, I want to get a clarifier for that transmute. Yeah, it's like, I know, I was just going to say that too. I think that there's these patterns of you know, one, are you just going into the same repetitive patterns where you keep transmuting energy, but it's not fully transmuting because you're afraid to fully commit to a change? Are you afraid of fully committing to somebody, or are you fully afraid to let somebody go because you understand it, but it's just like there's a lot of repetitive patterns here, a lot of subconscious with the moon.
What are you afraid
and a lot of contemplation here. There's a lot of shit that needs to go. A lot of comfortable places here that are subconscious, that are old pattern shit, and you're sick of them. But you know what you do is you transmute that, and when you transmute it, it's like a short transmutation, and then it like turns back to the same thing. It's like, oh, how do you get through this?
Need some alchemy, create some fucking gold in your life.
Through Ace of Cups, all new emotional space. Filling your cup. You need to, you know what? The waters need to run. You know, like you need to feel again. You need to have a hug. You need to have a make out that you've never had before to remember you have a heart.
We got a bunch of tin men running around.
No, I don't think so. I think that there's some people who might be really in love right now, but they also could be dealing with, like, there's some weird emotional shit going on. There's obviously some dark, non-stop, repetitive bullshit that keeps just jabbing at them, or they're in the same kind of situation or patterns or people. And weird trust stuff, or they're even being secretive too. There's that. Transmute with the Ten of Swords. There's definitely,
Trust.
you know, something's over and done. But this is about fresh new starts and fresh new energies, new places that you've never seen before. I think that the deepest fear right now is going into the new. But it's really not just about like leaving a relationship or because you're single, moving into a new one, never been there before. It's that you're afraid because that there's no knowing or no connection to some sort of identification of the past at all. None. That's why Uranus is in your sign. It's time to go into the break free of the cages like you've never done before.
Break
your
free.
Oregon Trail card is the snake bite. Ooh. You have been bitten by a rattlesnake. You have died of a snake bite.
Oh,
I think
perfect.
that, you know, you are dealing with snake energy in yourself, like, or somebody too. But I think that at the same time, like, it's like you're sitting still in a place too long enough for the snake to bite you.
Didn't they get the snake card on the Horus deck too?
Well, they did. They got 2 snakes. Yeah.
Look at that.
Interesting.
Damn. Taurus.
What's going on, Taurus?
What's slithering around your feet? You
I'm going to get a
fucking
clarifier
step
on this
the head of
fucking
it.
snake bite thing. It's the Nine of Coins
Snap that
reversed.
neck.
It's not stepping into your own self-worth, and you're in a situation right now, if you're in a relationship or if you're single right now, you know, you're not putting your value to yourself. You don't feel like nobody's seeing your value. And more importantly, you know, you don't know how to stand tall on your own in your true value of yourself.
Oh, must value yourself.
You pulled the
Come
Taurus,
on,
sun.
damn it.
In the 12th, you are clearing out a lot of the things that are bullshit. Literally, Taurus shit. Taurus 12th house. Like, you are clearing out all that stuff that is not in alignment with your soul. And also anything that's weird secrets, and also your subconscious shit that's destroying the way that your message is going out there and how you're perceiving life. Good luck, Taurus. We got Pisces now.
Ooh, Pisces party.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a
Getting
upper
wet.
hand. They were able to see a little early. I hope they were swimming in their fish tanks.
Maybe did some jumping jacks or something. It's always a good little warm up.
Oh, wow. We just got a big donation in there.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, Preminic again. Astrology channel, 200. Thank you, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Open your heart. I love that. Boom.
The myth, the man, the legend.
The myth, the man, the legend. That guy, man, he pops it hard.
How's that chat looking over there?
It's popping.
Yeah? How's that Sprite?
I was about to say, I'll pull one card for somebody in the chat.
I
They
think
got to put in.
I think you should pull one for pragmatic.
I'll pull one for pragmatic. Pragmatic, look at 9 of Wands upright. So, you know, it's like you got something that you're really, you know, really standing for. You're owning well. And I think that this is definitely a time for you, pragmatic, to just stay your ground. You're building something special that's worth protecting, that's worth holding on to, and to keep doing your work there. And I feel really positive about it for you. I was going to say, I'll give away a free card reading, not just with one card, to anybody in the chat who posts joinhighvibe.tv and exclamation points.
No, that's nice.
Yeah.
There's a nice little offer out
All right,
there.
Pisces. All this 11th house. I've been talking about this one for the Pisces. I don't know why I feel like shuffling this deck for the Pisces right now. What's going on, Pisces? Are you ready for a new world? Are you ready for new people? Are you ready to go see a new world? Or are you like stuck in the same kind of routine of people in the same world? Mars is in your 10th house now. It's time to go on the adventure of your life. But, do you want to have somebody hold your hand that you already know? Well, maybe it's time for you to go find some new exciting people in your life. It doesn't mean that you have to ditch the people that you're at now, but there's new groups, there's new associations, and this lunar eclipse in the 5th house is dealing with love, baby.
Talking about love.
You're trying to find that emotional love, but you're so connected to the world that you understand. So you keep running back to that world, and there's nothing there. It's like a caveman running back to the cave, but he goes out there trying to find, ooga, ooga, I want to find girl, ooga, ooga, but oh my gosh, let me go back to the cave. Oh.
So it's popping off with Join High Vibe TV right now.
Is it popping?
Popping.
Everybody should say join highvibe.tv.
Oh, twin.
You pick a random name and I'll pull that card for that person before we do this Pisces reading.
Oh, we are going with A. Panda,
Hey,
come
Panda.
on down.
Hey, Panda, come on down. Your card for today is, wow, you got the 5 of Cups. So you're probably going through a situation that hasn't turned out the way that you want to, but you need to move on because there's way better things out there for you. It's like, don't continue to look at what has happened. Something has transpired with your love life that didn't work out. Somebody that you put a lot of emotions and a lot of attention to, but it was meant to fall over because it wasn't of the right things. There's other cups here always with the 5 of Cups. It reminds you that there's other things out there that you need to focus on. You need to stop focusing on what didn't work and hoping that they'll come back or hoping that there's going to show back up. They're not going to show back up. And if they do, they're going to still hurt you again. So move on. Panda. And if you're in a relationship right now, you're in a weird emotional space where something is not working out right, you need to let go of that emotional space and focus on the positives right now. See where that'll go. But if that same situation comes back, you know the truth. All right, Pisces, yeah. Love life, baby. Uranus direct in your 3rd house. Time to go on the most exciting adventure and fun and stimulating and love. And why are you so connected to being like a grandma? By hanging around all the other grandmas with your guys, let's get out. Let's start.
I'm so tired. My bones are so tired.
Let's crochet. And I love crocheting. My grandma does it. I love you, Nana. I'm not making fun of your crocheting. But I am here to say there's something about, bridge club. Oh, well, I can't go there yet. There's this new hot guy down the street, but I got bridge club.
It's like they got mac and cheese.
You can miss bridge club for a while, Pisces. It's going nowhere. You can always show back up.
Always.
Each
passing moment is
I'm going to
another
be a little
chance to
cryptic
turn
here.
it
And
all
even
around.
if at the retirement community, people pass away in your bridge club, other people will replace them to play you bridge with you.
Yeah, just constantly
And soon there'll be AI
rebuilding.
bots that could play bridge club with you.
Play some Keno.
Oh, it's like crazy times right now. Wow, you got the Mercury Retrograde card. Here you are when it comes to your love life right now. You're in a really weird place. You're jumping up and down like a little jumping bean, like, should I do this? Should I do that? And then you're pulling yourself back. You're pulling yourself and your thoughts back too much. You're holding back what to say. You don't know how to say it. You don't even know how to get the words out. You don't know how to express the message too. Mercury retrograde, people say stupid things, right? It's like, oh my gosh, or you know what? You might be on your Instagram throwing up some crazy posts, right? About love or about yourself. And you're like, oh God. It's like, think about what you want to say and just say it. Stop holding it in so much. Even if it's weird, you can't be afraid. But really, think about the heart space of where you want to say something instead of this mental space of like, oh, I think I figured out exactly how to get the person's attention or how I want my partner to know this or da-da-da-da-da-da. And you're like doing this weird shit and everybody's like, I don't understand what the fuck you're saying. It's like, come on, just get down to the brass tacks and don't be afraid to still say what you got to say. Just start coming from here instead of here. Your challenge this week is, bam, the love card. So
boom.
yeah, you are boom. Boom! There's a little bit of an explosion there we got from Craig. That was, because this is the craziest week in the astrology ever. Ever.
Like ever.
Ever.
Did you know this is the craziest
Ever.
week in astrology?
So I will say that, there's a challenge with you in love. And I think about communication and how to communicate your love and how to, even in yourself, like how to communicate that love to yourself. A lot of weird shit going on with you in love just because of your own weird perspective of it all in your head. It's your own head's perspective. And it's also whether or not you were going to show up too. Love is about showing up. These two, they show up to the tree to go right on it. You know what I mean? I always feel when I see this card in a challenge position, I'm like, are you showing up for love? And especially with the Mercury retrograde, it's like, no, you're in your mind. You're in your head.
Get out of here.
Or you're in weird places other than that, but then you want love. So you're like, I want love. And then it's like, well, I just spent all day thinking about fucking the love, but I was actually really like in this weird website thinking about a lot of weird shit. Or I was in this weird place. I was on the phone with somebody that I shouldn't have been on the phone with forever or whatever.
I love to get weird.
Fuck yeah, getting weird is good. But I mean, this is like getting weird. Off the target.
So like wobbling off.
You pulled the gratitude card. I think that you need to know what you have gratitude for in your heart. There is a candle here. There is a light that you see in your love life that you want to go towards. There's the love that's to it. But that Mercury retrograde, again, is you're trying to do all this crazy stuff when all you have to do is go show the love and the gratitude for the love that you want. And that's going to go a lot farther than some crazy weird idea or going to like, I don't know why I was about to say Kinkos. I don't even think those exist anymore. But you know, like going to Kinkos and creating some crazy weird little like, oh, da, 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 or going and getting a card and da, da, da. No, just it's simple. Like the love and the gratitude and show the light. Show the light of your life, your heart, your true heart. But I think that there's some Pisces that are stuck in some relationships out there where it's like, okay, you have gratitude for it, but is there really love there? And it's like you're rethinking all that stuff. There's one thing to say about, yeah, okay, I'm grateful for it, but am I really in love? How do you get out of that? Wow, you got the Two of Cups. You know your soulmate energy. You got this for Pisces. Holy shit.
Holy
love
shit.
card, Two of Cups. This is the craziest astrology week of all time ever.
Ever.
So there's definitely soulmate energy coming in very strong. We're going to get a little bit of clarification to this right now. And it is Four of Cups. Here it is, the love of your life. You see it, you know you want to do it, but you don't want to take it. You don't want to do anything about it. You don't want to accept it. You're avoiding it. You're like, no, not yet, God. This Mercury retrograde thing is like, well, there's something off Mercury. It's like, oh, this thing hasn't happened yet. But wait till the environment of the situation goes the way I want. I want it to be perfect. Well, God's just giving you the greatest love. You should be grateful as fuck because all of us here are fucking stranded on desert island of love, fucking ready to go on like, Bachelor Desert of Love 29, where they throw us on a deserted desert island with no water. And here you are, you got it, but you're like, no, I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit better.
Is there no water, period, or just
There's
water
fucking water overflowing for Pisces right now.
What if we have to distill it a little bit, make sure it's clean enough to drink?
Now you're talking
we
like
that's
their
dysentery.
Issue. You know what? Let's get their Oregon Trail card. They got broken tongue.
Oh,
the tongue of the trailer. You have been a broken wagon tongue. Roll 4, 5, or 6 to repair now. Roll a 1, 2, 3, and a 1 spare parts card must be used to repair a broken tongue. 1 round of play without blah, blah, blah. Look at this. 1 round of play without repair, and everyone in your party has died. Here it is. The tongue of your trailer is broke, and here you are waiting to fix it. You wait too long to repair that so you can move forward into something that you want, and everybody dies.
Dead.
Or the love of your life, or the great thing that you see in the gratefulness of the ultimate love and the ultimate soulmate energy goes away because here you are being like, I'm not going to do anything till somebody shows up to fix this or whatever. It's like, go to fucking U-Haul and fucking get that shit fixed.
Go to Kinkos. Kinkos.
Go to Kinkos.
Make some copies of yourself and then
we got the 7th house of Libra, and we got it with the North Node. Go towards the relationship life. Holy shit.
Run forward, not backwards.
I don't know if Pisces could have got a better reading. These don't happen like this, folks. Pisces, come on.
Come on.
But you got to show up. That's the thing. You got to do something about it. You can't keep denying it. No, I can't.
Help me.
Oh, God's like, here you go, child. I've given you the love of your life. No.
Dysentery.
There's 1 speck of too much salt. Can you take it back? Please.
You'd probably want some salt. You could retain the water a little bit longer.
Oh, my gosh. As a tarot reader and as an astrologer especially, I'm always astrologer first. But as an intuitive, spiritual, psychic, all of it, gosh, when you see some beautiful reading and you get everything and then somebody doesn't act on it, it just is like, wow.
Act right, Pisces.
Wow.
It's your time to shine.
Wow, that one's a hard one. You know what I mean? That one's a hard one.
The hard ones are always the best
Cancers,
ones.
this one's going to be interesting, I got a feeling.
Yeah? Cancer?
It always has been. Especially just going to the astrology, if they have the biggest, this is the most intense week of astrology ever in the history of all astrology. And it literally is in the relationship house for Cancers. So major gnarly shit. Voila. Especially with Venus in the 8th. Are you really, truly feeling the desire there? This lunar eclipse is in your sign. Cancers, the moon's in your sign. Lunar eclipsing, baby. Whip!
Poppin'.
It's going to be popping. And this isn't the last eclipse. There's a solar eclipse right at the solstice. So, Cancers, are you living the life you want? And is the person in your life and the people you're choosing truly reflecting the you that you need to be? Come on, Cancer. What the fuck's going on? It's like you're so tied and so afraid to leave You know what? You are Kate Winslet in the Titanic.
What? Selfish?
Never let go, but you actually don't let go. And Jack now is seizuring.
Yeah, there was more than enough room for two
Okay?
people on that.
And now you're about to fall in with Jack to the bottom of the ocean.
She lived a long life after that, too.
The real Kate Winslet, or are you talking about the real person?
I'm talking about the movie. Remember at the very end, she's like,
Yeah,
"Huh."
yeah.
She just tosses it back in the water. She's like, "Huh, it's gone."
Oh, speaking of jewel, fucking the jewel.
The jewel of the sea. What was it called? The heart of the ocean or something? Something
I think
like
it was
that?
called the heart of Cancers getting caught up into stupid relationships that they know are not part of their journey anymore, and that they're holding on. They're trying to build some sort of skyscraper, yet the person is like totally opposite of who they are. That's the weird part about this opposition. It's like opposite of who you are. It's like you're really trying to make somebody opposite of who you are work. Sometimes it works, but at the same time, it's like we were talking about that desert earlier. Woo! Cancers.
It's like a desert rose.
Desert Island, when you could go to Treasure Island.
Could. Make a little quick Vegas trip out to Treasure Island.
No, it's like Cancers
Play some
want a
Keno?
pirate, but they would rather watch Pirates of the Caribbean than have a pirate, even though they want a pirate. So they're staying with goody two shoes, boring, safe, and it's killing them. Cancers are kinky. They got Aquarius in the 8th. Don't ever think a Cancer ain't kinky. They are one of the kinkiest signs in the zodiac.
No. Super freak.
They are. All right, let's see what they got. I'm excited to see what's up with this reading. Cancer's 4th house roots. There it is. This all has to do about your home life, where your roots are in your life. Is this going to grow the tree of life that you really want? There's a lot to look at here, especially with this time with this lunar eclipse. You know, it's like, are you in the right place? Are you living in the right place to have the love of your life? You need to look at your roots. You need to look at your love. You need to look at your relationships. You need to look at your foundation. You need to look at your home life. One thing about Cancers is they never want to come across and show anybody that their home life is imbalanced. That's the number one fear of a Cancer. No, home life's great.
It's so good
It's
right
like,
now.
oh my God, my husband's in the other room ready to kill himself, and he's fucking eating a bunch of fucking, something.
Mac and cheese?
I don't know. I was actually thinking like he was eating a bottle of fucking like Lexapro or something, like, like fucking, like, everybody's okay here. No. Everything's perfect. Is it?
Is it really?
I think that we got to look at this, especially because these are major squares happening to your 4th house, especially with the lunar eclipse too. And you are Cancer, and this is a full moon in the Cancer. So you are looking at the roots and seeing if the roots are they nourishing, and look at your actual physical expression, your physical body, all these things, since it is going to be on your sun energy. It's like, are you feeling drained? Are you feeling like the nutrients of love is truly there? Or are you feeling it's like not? I'm not saying it's not or it is, but I think that you have to look at this. And I think that also at the same time, if like there's trouble in paradise in the home life, that's a sign. If the home life is weird and it's not comforting fully, even though you feel comfortable no matter where you are, because you find your comfortable place. Are you comfortable in a bag of shit? Might not look like a bag of shit, but energetically it is. Your challenge for this week is strength. Ooh. Are you going to really pull off the strength to do what you must do?
What are you going to
Especially dealing with your emotions of the truth. You are having issues with the strength to move and do the emotional thing that you must do, whether that's setting boundaries in a relationship, making a change, leaving a relationship, stepping into one. Like, you are dealing with strength issues here. You're afraid. There's a lot of fear. And you're trying to see how comfortable this can be. Yet right when you get to the line where it actually gets to the real shit, you back off because you're afraid, because you're
can't
timid.
Play scared.
No. I know. It's like literally like you're crying. You've been, warming the pine, and then finally they call you up at the World Series to fucking step up to the plate, and there you are like, can I go back on the pine, please? It's more comfortable there. It's okay. I'm compassionate. But you're missing out on your dreams with Neptune. You're missing out with Mars in Sag into a life that can be way more expansive And you're missing out on.
You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Yeah.
Ah?
I like that one. I also think that you gotta play to win.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
If you don't kiss it, you miss it.
Yeah. A watched pot never boils.
If you don't wipe it.
I think that's how you get pink eye.
Exactly. So I think that, miss shots, miss wipes, and miss playing is going to miss out on a lot. And this is the tree of life. Cancer Capricorn is the tree of life. And you pulled the tree of life, and it's the roots. Like, is this really the tree that's growing? Great. And you know what? It doesn't matter when you've got into these relationships, or you just stepped in. You have got to step into the strength to be honest with the emotional self of what you really feel that you need to grow. To get out of this, you got the grounded card. You have to actually find the grounding point in your life, having both the roots and grounding with the challenge of strength. You have to have the strength to finally anchor into the real root that's going to grow the best in your life. And I think that there's something off in paradise in this space. I'm going to get a clarifier for you on the roots.
Clarify that.
Are the roots in your life the most amazing journey and the most amazing rainbows of your life?
Roots.
Or is that all an illusion? You need to go to the place and to look at your home. All right, where you get through the strength. Oh, you get the Page of Cups reversed. You don't have strength because you're not out there enjoying life. And you're not communicating your real feelings of love and the happy feelings. It's like you're only communicating like from a dry space, like a mental space. Like, yes, that's nice. Have a nice day. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think with friends. I think with Uranus coming direct, it's like, yeah, Cancers talk to all their girlfriends or, oh my gosh, did you watch The Bachelor this week? And, and did you see whatever said? And blah, 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 blah. But when it comes to like love, it's like, that's nice, dear. Why aren't you having fun? Page of Cups is like one of the most fun. Page of Cups is so happy to deliver the news. Like, there's good news. There's a baby coming. Or, oh my God, there's a wedding. Or, and there's Page of Cups reversed with the Strength card in challenge. It's like, you pulled 10 of Cups. This is a scenario in your life where it's like, you miss out or will get the most amazing love life of your life. But this is like the major call of your life. Why did they get Page of Cups? Chariot reverse. Look at this. Strength card, Page of Cups, and then the challenge position. Not speaking and having fun. And Chariot reverse, you're going backwards and you're too afraid to go into new energy. You're too afraid to take the strength to move forward in your life. You're just halted. You know what? You're thinking that you can poop and it's going to magically turn into rainbows. I'm sorry to say, we got to move to where the rainbows are, people.
Maybe they're an alchemist.
What do you think they got for...
They're shit in gold.
What do you think they got for the Oregon Trail cards here? They got...
Dysentery.
They got typhoid.
Ah, damn it.
Wow.
That was close. A boy can dream.
How do you get typhoid fever? You have typhoid. One clean water. Oh, typhoid comes from clean water. You are drinking dirty water. Mm-hmm. And you think it'll just turn clean. I'm sorry. This is not going to alkaline water. I'm sorry. This is not 9.0 pH. This is some 5.0 acidity.
Break.
Whew!
A little apple cider
Holy
vinegar.
mother.
That's why you get heartburn, actually. It's because you're not actually producing enough acid.
Huh?
That's how you get heartburn.
Oh, yeah.
You're not producing enough acid.
Right. And then
So-
they try and give acid blockers, which actually does worse.
It's way worse.
Second house Aries, South Node. There you are trying to hold on to the identity of some sort of relationship, some sort of value system when you need to go towards the passionate relationship. You're trying to hold on to something for an identity reason too, just because it's like, well, we're married or we're in a relationship or we're this or this person's my dad's friend's daughter or son or whatever. You're so caught up in identification of things and the value of the identity instead of the passion of the true connection.
It's true.
Damn. I can't give another more deeper truth than this reading right here, because this is the craziest astrology week of all time ever.
Ever. Forever. Remember that?
We got Saggies. Sag life.
It's like the Sandlot, you know what I mean? When they have to Benny the Jet Rodriguez, he races that dog, and he puts hope and dreams back into the life of those little neighbors of his.
I remember.
It's riveting.
Babe Ruth, baby.
Yep, it's a real coming of age story. Sag. But then they got the ball that was signed by everybody. So it was like a win-win, which really they thought they were going to be in trouble, which he did. He probably did get reprimanded a little bit, but look at what happens. You got one signature, it turns into all sorts of signatures if you just step out in the world and you risk it a little bit.
I like what you had to say. You got to risk it.
You definitely got to risk it.
Well, Sagittarius, all this energy in Capricorn's pretty gnarly. Because it's about owning the value of yourself and stepping into a much more place of self-worth. But this is a lunar eclipse in the 8th house. Like, change is only going to bring you to better quality of life. And so when it comes to your love life, there's a lot of fear of committed Sages and being in places. And you got to make that call, Sag, on your own. Like, are you in a place to where you feel that, you know, you're capped out? Like, this is literally cap. Where do you think we get the whole term of capped out? Capricorn? Where it restricts? Have you capped out the value in your life? Self-worth? Your physical appearance? Based off the relationships in your life? You got to go towards that edge, and you got to find passion. You got to find connection. And with Venus and Aquarius, this is about you figuring out now the reality of the environment that is actually going to bring you exciting new electricity, bring you into the future, bring you into more positive things. And with Neptune, that is dealing with your emotional position, and it is in awesome aspects with this eclipse and with the Sun and Mercury this week. You have to remember that this is a time for you to really realize, Sag, that your emotions are connected to what you hold on to. So if your emotions have been all over the fucking place, guess what? It's what you're holding on to. It's what you're hoarding. Second house is Taurus, and with all the South Node, Jupiter, that's heavy. And then you got Saturn and Pluto, and we got an eclipse here coming. That's a lot of energy. Mars in your sign is saying you need to have the balls and the courage to go the identity and the courage and go for what you want in your life. But are you driving that semi-truck into energy that you already know the outcome? Or are you driving that force of yourself to a place to where you know they always say the grass isn't greener on the other side? Sages would like to rebuttal that one, because they know when they're on the wrong side of the fence. They know when to jump, and they know when to go adventure and see what else is out there. Because prison, it's like people don't realize, like, no, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Oh, well, okay, tell me that when you're in fucking prison.
The grass is greener where you water that shit and you put the effort into your life to make something fucking happen.
Tell me how you do that in prison, though.
You don't. Well, I mean, maybe you have like a little garden. You can have some roses. You can give it to your inmate. You can a blossoming relationship
if I would go
behind
to
the prison doors.
Craig, I'd cut your hair.
Yeah. Maybe get a face tattoo.
You could be the guardian and bring the wall out of here and jump in it.
I'd fucking dig a hole.
Is that how you want to be valued? All right.
Maybe.
Let's see here. Sun card, you got to fully go into your own spirit, and you got to live in a relationship that is your full spirit coming out. Are you inhibiting that spirit? Is your spirit truly coming out? That's how you know. I'm not going to tell that all Sagittarius are going through the worst shit in the world. Like, you could be totally aligned in the most amazing thing. But this is the number one card. This is the first card in this deck, and it is dealing with, are you in your true soul and spirit? And the sun being in Capricorn, conjuncting Saturn, Pluto, and everything is the ultimate self-worth of your spirit. Is your spirit at its best, or is it weakened? That's how you're going to know. Or is it reliant on some outer source, second house, of bringing you that? Or do you not know how to find that from within? and you're relying on something that's out external of yourself, and what would happen if that was just to be blown out of the water? That's not a healthy situation. Your challenge that you got is the purity card. So it's almost like, you know, are you dealing with a situation where you can't be your purest self, they're not being pure to you, or it's just a toxic situation? This is toxic energy. So this is time for you to get rid of the challenge that your soul is stuck in a toxic relationship or it's stuck in a toxic situation that you need to get the fuck out of, because it's ruining your soul and it's inhibiting that soul really bad. I'll even give you a clarity card on that purity. Oh my God, a shady motherfucker who's done shady shit to you. Or they're not telling you about things. Damn. Saggy.
Come on now, Sage.
Oh, that's not good.
Got pull those daggers out of
this
your
thing was
calf.
going really good, and then out of nowhere, whoop, whoop, whoop. It is the craziest astrology week of all time ever.
Ever. Listen to me, is ever.
And we got the fire. I've been feeling it. There's this passion out there. There's this fire. This is how you overcome this, where you know, it's the trinity of fire. And you know what? Fire is pointing upwards. It's pointing up towards a new point in your life. You need to go up, not down. You need to go in, not out. Into the passion. And you got the sun card and the spirit card. This is the fire, the ethereal, and get rid of these shady, impure situations and these fucking little trickster weirdos who don't got shit and they take other people's shit. Is somebody taking something from you? And it might not even be physical things. Sure, usually this is somebody's taking money from you and it's impure or toxic, or they're taking your soul away, or they're using you sexually or whatever, or they're just using you. You're being used.
Used and abused. Don't let them snatch your soul right out your body now there, Sag.
I'm going to get clarity on that sun card right now.
Clarify it for them a little
Five
bit.
of Wands. You're too afraid to confront your real soul. You don't want to create any conflict, but you know you're going to have to in order to get back to your true soul. And I'll get clarity on the fire. Tower card reversed. You're too afraid to go into passion because you think that, you know, it's all going to be destroyed. It's not. But the truth is that that passion is holding you from a tower that you know that needs to collapse. So it's almost like you're sitting in a passionate place, a passionless place. How you overcome all this? Knight of Pentacles reversed. You know what? You're taking way too much time, and I think that also at the same time, you're not moving at all. And I think that that's the issue, is you're continuing to saturate in a crock pot of toxic, draining, thief, stealing, spiritual relationship energy. There's the fucking truth. Your Oregon Trail card is
Dysentery.
I don't know yet. Wow, they got spare parts.
Oh, that's a good one, right?
It's a weird one.
You got a new wheel.
Yeah, it's like use the spare parts to get out. Like you have, that means that they have, Sages have an outlet. They have something that can get them out themselves. You already have it, but it's like, use it. Don't be afraid of it.
Like I'm using my jacket now.
Sometimes
you gotta adapt.
I got North Node and Pisces in the 4th house. So yeah, this is where you need to confront all the subconscious emotional stuff, the hidden emotional world. And there is chaos that you need to face in your home life, and that you can find purity in a home life situation, an emotional situation from spirit and spirituality, not in this cloudy, weird, not, misunderstood emotional place. You need to focus on your roots. You need to focus on your emotion in your home life, because that's causing a lot of energy. But again, there you are, focused more on reality and career and where you're going, and you're avoiding the roots. So it's like you're building your roots on something that's not going to hold even all the work in the corner.
Once in a while, someone special just comes into your life and changes everything that you thought.
Everybody's
you knew.
telling you to stay warm and cuddled up, Greg.
Jacket.
Yeah, we have 1,000
Classing
people in
it
here.
up
What up?
over
What
here.
up?
What up? What up?
We got 1,000. All right, Virgos.
we?
Well, this is the love time for you. Holy moly. All the planets in Capricorn are dealing with love. But your self-love and just love itself. And with Neptune making aspects in your relationship house, woo-hoo-hoo, Virgo. You hear my high-pitched voice? This is a big time for love and relationships for Virgos. And with Venus in between there in the 6th house, it's like the electricity of a reality and a lifestyle that you really want. But the lunar eclipse here in the 11th house in Cancer is saying, like, are you going to go and finally have the world that you want? Or are you just like holding on to, okay, you're holding on to your happiness, but what about, like, I can be happy by myself just sitting here, but it's better to have people around. And it's better to be around people where you can connect. And there's some deals that might feel crazy, but it actually brings you to understanding the forward movement of something better in your life, more quality, and to find your self-worth and to find a new adventure that is going to give you the things in life that you desire and want. But you can't be afraid. And with Chiron in the 8th house, there's a fear of abandonment. There's a fear of all these things that could negatively happen to you, or somebody could do something bad and detrimental to you that is done in the past. You got to let all that shit go. You got to the only way to heal that is by going on the new adventure, by looking at your relationships and love life and seeing if this is truly in alignment with the world that you want to go towards and the reality that you want to connect with. Your first card for this week is the 8th house of endings and beginnings. So it's like you are ending an old story and beginning a new one this week. It's very passionate and intense. The 8th house has to deal with sex, has to deal with passion, has to deal with, more importantly, getting to the bottom of things deeply. So something this week, relationship-wise, you're going to get some secrets exposed, or it's the opposite of like you're going to go in and you're going to go into the temple and see what the fuck is there. Pretty simple on that one. 8th house, pretty clear. Wow, the challenge you got is enchantment. So, this is the enchanted deck, which I think that this is going to be an interesting challenge for you. It's like, it's almost like maybe you don't feel you're enchanting enough, even though the 8th house is the house of attracting. So it's like, don't be afraid to use the enchantment to attract what you want in your life. It's almost like you might feel guilty, or you might feel like you don't know how, or you feel like you have the ability to. Or you might feel like somebody's trying to enchant you and you maybe are not letting them. Maybe you're putting your guard up. 8th house too, right? Like, I'm feeling, especially because Chiron's in your 8th house, it's like, what are you doing here? Are you blocking yourself from something passionate and amazing? Or are you blocking yourself from connecting, Or are you afraid to look at the truth if you're in a partnership? But I think that also there's a lot going on here of like, learn how to attract what you want in your life. Don't be so afraid. And you got the affluence cards. So you need somebody who has some sort of affluence in their life, somebody who's accomplishing something, somebody that's doing something. For Virgos out there that are like that person that's just like not showing up, not sending that, and also not enchanting. Anybody that's not enchanting, and especially, I don't know why, this is like past partners for single Virgos trying to come back into their life. I feel this one especially, and they might try to use their affluence on you. It's like, don't be enchanted by that. Be enchanted by new situations. This is beginnings and endings. This is new beginnings that are really enchanting, that do have the affluence in your life. But past old shit that you're going to try and revive will not be enchanting and will not give you the affluence you want. It's almost like somebody might try and, from the past, try and like, tell you a new story. Try and repair something.
Oh, I've
Even
changed.
in relationships, you might, this is going to be a major time where people are freaking out, right? So there's something to say about that coming back. I'm going to give a clarity card. Okay, High Priestess reversed with the 8th house. That's where I'm getting the past lover. Somebody that, is trying to project a story that's not from the past and is not even connected to spirituality. The affluence card you got is somebody who's doing good charity to the world. But this charity also is spiritual, not spiritual. You know what I mean?
Not.
And let's get what the enchantment is. The enchantment, 5 of Pentacles upright. It's like, you know what? It's like you feel like you're not good enough to enchant the energy that you want. You are. Stop putting yourself in the position thinking that you're not worthy of it. Like you are.
You are
okay,
worthy.
let's see how you get through this. You get through it by, you got Queen of Pentacles reversed. So, it's like you're too afraid to step into the power and the queen of having something really worthy in your life. It's like, you cannot be afraid to own that. You feel like, I got to wait till I get a certain amount of money, or I got to wait till I get a certain amount of prestige, or I get a certain amount of something built, something. It's like, why waste your time? Why waste all this enchanting energy on, oh, I got to wait. I'm not the queen yet. I don't have this yet or whatever. It's like, you don't have shit because you're not stepping into it. You don't know what you have till you fucking go. Like, I don't know why there's so many readings that are coming up. It's like, let me just, when it's this, when it's that, when it's this. It's like, okay, well, good luck for reality going that way, because reality usually does not go that way. It does not go to plan the way that you think it's going to go to plan. And I think Queen of Pentacles reversed is definitely, sure, you might not be feeling at your best. You might be feeling that you're not in the position that you want to be, especially if you're trying to attract the energy that you want in your life. But it's like, why don't you put the trust by just enchanting them with your true, authentic self and even where you're at? And they might love you for that. Instead of loving you for you when you project yourself, especially this could be on yourself, right? You might be attracting by projecting yourself in a light that's not true. When it's just like, just be your truth.
Be your truth.
Card is the dead oxen. The 2 of your oxen have died. Again, I feel like it's like things that you don't have anymore that you're connecting with, and you feel like you don't have the power to move forward fully without those oxen. That doesn't mean that the fucking trail ends here.
The show must go on.
Like, I hate to say it, like before we had cars, like I know that all the animal people are going to freak out, and I'm an animal person. I'm just saying that, like, this is just truth. Like, I have it in the journals of my family on the Oregon Trail. Like, horses died. Like, it'd be like, oh, fuck, this horse died. Like, you know what I mean? In the middle of the fucking trail. Like, it just happened. It's been pulling people and a bunch of fucking shoes and glass fucking mirrors and shit, fucking, across the plains and across the whole America. And it's like, that shit happens. It doesn't mean that the trail's over. And it's sad. And you put a burial to that horse or to that oxen, and then you go to the fucking next fucking trading post. You go, do you have an oxen? Yeah. Well, what do you want? It's like, I want that mirror. It's like, oh, shit. That killed the oxen, but I guess that's my karma. Nobody thought that was funny besides me.
It was funny. I had a laugh.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't funny enough.
I laughed internally.
It's the craziest astrology ever in our lives, ever. I'm not funny on that one. Okay, so 4th house, Neptune, Aries. I think that you're having trouble identifying emotionally the vision, the dreams that you really want. So it's almost like, is this real, or am I crazy? Am I not? I think that, what do the signs say? What are your dreams telling you, Neptune, emotionally, that you really want? Follow that. But things that you're not getting signs from spirit from, that you're creating delusions over, especially past relationships, old ones. 4th house is past, Neptune. Don't try and also project the past relationships onto the identification into new ones either. You did get the 8th house and beginnings. All right.
Yeah. Sign. Everywhere a sign. Do this, don't do that. Can't you read the sign?
All right.
Time is important, though, because
who do we got next? We got
at no
Libras.
point ever again will you experience the consciousness that you are living right now. So appreciate where you are.
Yeah.
Who are we on? What do we get?
Libra.
Oh, shit.
Libra. Look at Valence the Jewel.
Nice. You're accomplishing a lot today.
You know why?
Because it's the most extreme.
This is the most extreme astrology we've ever seen in the whole history of the world.
Ever.
This week. Ever.
Libra life. About to pull some cards out there for all those
Libras.
scales.
I'm going to tell you this, Libra. We're going to sit down and have a little bit of a chat with my 2020. We're not smoking tobacco anymore. We're smoking vape.
A little wacky tobacco. Just kidding.
No wacky in this. So, Libra, this is all this Capricorn. You're a cardinal sign. There's a lunar eclipse in cardinal energy. Cancer, Capricorn, squaring your sign. Okay? We're dealing with fourth house energy, your home and your career life. We're dealing with, again, the tree of life. With Venus in your fifth house of love, this is a love time in Aquarius. But with Uranus turning direct in your eighth house, it's like edge and passion, or are you sacrificing the ultimate place to go in your life of edge and passion for safety? Or I've always just wanted to just feel safe or just have some situation of a home life that's good, or to be taken care of, or to feel safe and secure, or just to feel that family vibe. But if like there's no edge or passion there, you're going to end up on National Lampoon's Vacation and your partner is going to be Chevy Chase chasing down a girl in a Porsche in your station wagon years later because there was no passion fully. He did try to bring the passion back by putting a couple quarters into a massaging bed in the 80s. He also did go crazy and break into fucking Wally's World.
Well, I mean, he put a lot of effort getting the family all the way out there.
If that's the kind of passion that you're going to want to find, that's fine. But I think that there's a lot of energy on trajectory to the path that you want, the edge, the passion, and the love that is truly there. And are you communicating your emotions about edge, passion, and love? Or are you holding parts of that back because they're offering some sort of safety? But it's really a jail. You pulled the Pisces card. I think that one, there's a lot of subconscious stuff that you believe, and you could even be a little delusional, I'll be honest. Or you could be psychically on point, so I'm not going to say that you're not, but we are dealing with a very flimsy energy here. Are your beliefs about this vision in your romantic life right now true to the passion and the love that you want? And is it really going to offer the roots that are going to grow in the right? Prosperity card as challenge. I knew it. I've been feeling this one. You are feeling the lack of prosperity. So it's like, let me create the vision and dream that prosperity is in this and this and this, but I'm missing it here and I'm willing to sacrifice that. We did pull the sacrifice card as the first card for the collective. I feel like there's something missing. There's something missing, and it's being created with delusion or magic dust that you could fill that up somehow. Why? I think that at the same time, you might not be feeling that you have the means to have the love and the love that you want in your life, but I think that's a delusion. But I think that all Libras are always connected to some relationship. There's no such single or message. Like making sure the edge and the passion is truly known there. You did pull the lucky card after that. So it's like, I think that, you know what? You have to go through a little bit of a small little checkpoint this week. And that checkpoint is with your sacral and heart, your root and your heart. And if those two are connected, and then that's when luck will come. I want to find out about this dream shit. Ace of Swords upright. Well, I think that you're going to get a really clear understanding finally of where are your dreams real. The lucky is about, well, Four of Swords reversed. You know, it's almost like you have luck by not getting too comfortable. And I think that, you know, that's it. It's becoming too comfortable in a place. And I know every Libra, when they get too comfortable, that's when they start to self-sabotage relationships.
Sounds familiar.
That's what they do. When it starts to get really good, fucking, what?
Been there.
And I got a feeling it's like, usually that's because it's already actually not that good. Or maybe it's because they're afraid of, like, you know, it's weird. Libras are a weird sign, I'll be honest, because that 12th house is Virgo for them. So it's like they kind of get caught up into like, well, I need to be doing something changing and different, and the reality needs to be different and exciting and different. I got a feeling that there's some Libras out there getting really comfortable in places that they're creating the false illusion that it's all exciting, but it's like there's something missing. That prosperity card. What is that? What is missing? Oh, emotions. You're not truly emotionally fully. There's something missing there. There's a prosperous, full emotion missing. And there is the Scorpio in there, the Scorpion. There is that deeper, edgy, passionate thing missing.
Passion.
What did they get on their Oregon Trail? They got measles. Ooh. Lose one turn unless you are a trailmate plays one, or you or your trailmate plays one medicine card. If another measles card is drawn before you are cured, you have died of measles. You know, measles is a weird thing. Weren't people getting measles recently just because they didn't get the measles vaccine or something?
Supposedly.
Right?
So they say.
I mean, I was in the military, so I got shot up with that shit. I don't got measles.
Where'd they give you that shot?
And I'm not trying to advocate for vaccines. I'm just saying I had no choice. But I think that by facing the truth of the new truth and piercing through, the Ace of Swords is piercing through this Piscean fog and getting to see and cut through it all so you can see what's underneath there. It can be a very interesting week for Libras. I don't think it's a bad reading. I just think it's like, you just need to be sure before you double down on this bet. Imagine if you could, at the table at blackjack, how the blackjack dealer always looks like when he pulls, you know, an ace and he goes, insurance, because then he can look and there's a little mirror. Imagine if you had that little mirror right now before you placed your bet. Oh no. It happened.
Oh, damn it, David. And he is on the ground, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
crawling
this is
around.
a sign for Libras to make sure.
It's time to step up there, Libra.
No,
Step out of those comfort zones.
I think it's a true sign. I think it's a true sign that
True.
I dropped the dice on Libra right there. You need to get off the couch for a second and see what the fuck, and get underneath and see from a different angle. That was emotionally making me realize it is cold in here. But I didn't know that before. So, boom, Mars and Cancer in the 11th. This is where it's like, where's the spark to life, to the world that you want? That's the social world. But I feel like there's something weird here. It's almost like you're dealing with a puppy or like some sort of teddy bear, and they're not that exciting in the world. Mars in Cancer is weak. And in the 11th house, then it gets distributed. I feel like you're dealing with the safety net of some teddy bear, and it's like, remember all those pictures at 2 years old with teddy bears? Not something you want to go home to on a Friday night or even every night and make love to. I'm sorry to say.
With authority. Fucking
Damn, with
slamming
authority, I'm throwing it down.
Slamming that shit, boy.
And guess who's next? My own fucking sign, Leos.
You sure?
Yeah, it's
You
Leo.
want to do that?
I will make it damn sure.
You gonna make it rain?
I'm gonna make it. Hey, I'm making the signs rain. Mm-hmm. You got to get the whole like.
What was that? Mysticism?
Leo.
Leo. There we go. What do you have to say about yourself and your sign in the most extreme astrological week ever?
Ever. That Leos are in a 12th, 6th house situation. It's like so much going on in reality, but it's like anything that is not spiritually aligned is getting kicked the fuck out. That's 12th house. So relationship-wise, Mars is in the 5th house. So there's a lot of masculine energy for love and drive. And also Neptune in the 8th house is connected to the 6th. So it's like passion to the reality and to the mission and to the work is everything in the service. And Uranus direct in the career house is like, is the partnerships that Leos have ready to go on the quest to the big dog shit, or wanting to stay in school, like little. And right now, all Leos are becoming fucking beyond kings and queens, like fucking suns. So it's like with the mission to go light up the world. So it's like, if anybody is not on that mission too, out. Anybody who doesn't see that mission in a Leo, out.
You gone.
Be gone. Go hang out far, far away. The light's too bright. I'll just leave it at that. All right, the Libra card. Wow, this is the card of relationships. So this is a big week for relationships for Leos, especially Venus is in the relationship house for Leos. So with Mars in the 5th house of love. So the two planets dealing with love and sex are in Leo's 5th and 7th houses of relationships and love, and they pulled the Libra card this week. So this is definitely a week where you're having to look at relationships. You might be balancing out which kind of relationship you want. Where do you want to sit with relationships? It's a major week. Kind of blown away right now by that card. I haven't got that card. I've been doing the show a long time with you. Leo's not pulled the Libra card ever.
Well, it's a new day.
I mean, we just got to move on. We got to see what the challenge is. The challenge is innocence. Maybe somebody doesn't see your innocence. Maybe you're not letting your innocence be shown enough. But, you know, I think that this is definitely a time where it's like the pure, innocent part of you is the essence in which you can't block away from, right? But I think that also you might have trouble finding somebody who can bring their true innocence, right? Like innocence is like, I'll use an example, and especially these are what my guides are saying. It's almost like we live in a world right now, especially with all this Capricorn in the 6th house, where Leo's right now, it's like you feel like you are fucking working like a hamster on a fucking crazy ass fucking wheel nonstop. And so when you get out of that crazy work, you just want innocence. But everybody in the world has all these rules and all these things. And as a king or a queen or a Leo, like we just go back to our castles and we live in our castles and we want to have a good time and we want to live life. Yes, we go socialize. That's why we have royal courts and we have all these things. But there's this innocent part of a Leo where it's like, Leos, we don't understand why people have all these rules. So all these people are like, well, once we go here, it's like fucking, well, you don't want to be at the castle? You don't want to hang out? You just want to be like normal people? Like, because a king doesn't want to be, or a queen doesn't want to always have the fucking robe on. You know what I mean? And so that might be a problem, is people are always like associating love and relationship with all these steps. You might be in a partnership where it's like, well, you're not at this step and where I want to be right now. It's like, what the fuck? Like, we're just people. Like, there's this like, can you find innocence and truth? Can you find people who can just be that pure essence of innocence, relationship-wise? Because all the other shit is just the fucking glam. And trust me, Leos, we got the glam down. We don't want to see the glam. We want to see the truth. We want to see the inside. We don't, like, sure, you got to have the glam too. But you know what I mean? Like, that's like already known. Like, a Leo doesn't talk to you unless they don't think that you have some sort of glam. If you have no glam, you're not being talked to. You know what I mean? Like, sorry. So that's the trouble, is like, Leos don't care about going out and doing the glam thing for love. Leo's number one thing is just to go for the innocence of love itself and relationship. And that doesn't happen in glammy situations.
Boom.
Boom! Power! Fuck, all the fucking shit.
Take the power back.
Power! Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Leos are stepping into their power, and they need to have some literal relationships that want to step into their power too. Anybody that's going to pull the power away from you, Leo, this week, just let them go with the lunar eclipse in Cancer. You know what I mean?
There's a sign right there.
Just let them go away. Like, I just hung up on two people. It's time for you to step into your power, and anybody trying to pull you from that power, and anybody that doesn't want to step into their power too, run. But it's innocence that drives that power. Remember, the outside stuff is easy for Leo to find and see in somebody else. It's the deep inner knowing, that deep inner innocence, that's everything. We're going to clarify the Libra card. Oh my God, King of Rods. Holy shit. Somebody is coming at Leo this week. Big time. With love all over they're ready to show that. The Power card, holy shit. 6 of Wands upright. Holy shit.
Oh
This is about
God.
picking a partner that you're going to go all the way into the biggest accomplishments of your life. And that they want to go on the biggest accomplishments too. If they're thinking too small, out. This is King of Rods, this is Libra, this is Power, this is 6 of Wands of celebration and achievement. This is about big. This is big relationship shit. To get out of the challenge, look at that. That innocence is that, the 3 of Swords. If somebody cannot bring their innocence to you, that's heartbreak. Because maybe they're only thinking about big and they won't bring you their true innocence. Innocence is about truly allowing the soul to be seen and fully felt, not about that stuff on the outside that you're going to go do and accomplish or that you two together would do, but the deep, inner, deeper world that you want to feel. And there's heartbreak there if somebody can't show up with that full innocence. And it's 8 of Pentacles reversed. It's somebody who's not knowing what they're doing with their work, or they're not knowing what they're doing with their duties, or they're not putting their duties first. And that duty is to, and so they don't feel like they can be in their innocence because they got to try and prove something for what they're lacking in the work that they're not doing in their life. Sag Sun in the 12th house. This is about, do your beliefs with somebody spiritually are in the same place? If they are, then it's in the right energy. If their spiritual beliefs are in the wrong place, it's not. Is the adventure the most magical adventure of your life? Or is somebody pushing some sort of, vision and not actually willing to go on the experience? That's where your discernment is. Damn.
So how do you feel about that,
It's
Mr.
the best
Leo King?
fucking reading I've ever got fucking pulling for Leo. And I'm a Leo and Leo rising. Leo Venus.
Hey, me too. I'm a
Leo
Leo
Juno.
rising also.
Leo Vesta. Leo rising. Fucking Leo
Damn.
Mercury. Too much Leo. All right. We got Aries.
What do we got?
Last 2 are Scorpio and Capricorn.
Cap life. Obviously, we'll be saving the best for last. So
Last
fitting.
time we did that, the whole fucking thing shut down on Tauruses.
Well, that's why we're gonna do Scorpio last, because we're the shit. We're gonna
Whatever
keep it,
I
we're gonna
pick
keep it
out
together.
is going to be picked out.
All right, whatever. I'm manifesting Capricorn first because ain't no party like Scorpio party, and we're gonna bring the house down, rocking it all night long. All night long.
Which week is this?
It's the most extreme week in the history of
Astrology
the world. Ever in the world.
All right, Aries, that is for you. There is so much going on in Capricorn, your 10th house, but there is this 4th house lunar eclipse. Well, it's time for you to really go deeper, because I know you want to reach for the stars. I know you do. You got Venus in the 11th house. It's social time. You're making big connections and career stuff and big things for your life, but it's basic. Go be a basic bitch. Have the nurturing, have the foundation to go hold up the big things that you're doing. There's no way to go accomplish big things in your life if you don't have an emotional foundation. So it's almost like, do not strip yourself away from deeper emotional, beautiful places because you're just trying to reach for something right now. And if there's trouble at your deeper emotional place of feeling nurtured, feeling comfortable, and dealing with some of these deeper emotions, you're not going to get the big prize. Mars and Sag, you're ready to go on a big adventure in your life, but with Uranus turning direct in the 2nd house, there's some reevaluation about like some big weird curveballs out of nowhere about money. So maybe you're just obsessed with trying to figure out a new way to make money. That's good, but isn't the money first about the emotional place? Like, isn't that the true value of things? This is where Aries have to not be afraid to bring the true emotion in, to not be afraid to feel emotion instead of control. This is where control, or partners that are controlling, or you controlling partners, or you controlling how to feel, has to end. Go waste all that control on some fucking corporate fucking deal. You did pull the moon card, the soul card. So you are dealing with a lot. Again, I was saying emotion, and you pulled the moon card and the soul. You need to go back to the soul first. And where is the soul at right now? Because the soul's getting lost, I think, into these outer realms. You got to go deep inside. You got to be willing to go deep inside with somebody. Fire signs got to do that. But at the same time, this moon card here, I got to be honest with you. It's like there is a lot of weird hidden shit. There's a lot of deception with the moon card. There's a lot of weird soul issues emotionally going on right now. In yourself, there's past shit that's gone down that you got to clear this all out. It's a lunar eclipse in your fourth. You got to clear out all the junk, and you got to get rid of everything that's not holding up where you really want to be in your life and where you're not emotionally feeling fit. Your challenge this week is the integrity card. Your past integrity might be a challenge, or maybe, you know what? It's hard to hold the integrity of the emotional foundation because maybe your integrity is in other places other than emotion. Or you're dealing with the karma that has been dealt with in the past this week. But you don't have to be in some sort of weird karmic, weird, crazy storm. I think a lot of this is you need to, at the challenge, pick partners that have the integrity, that emotionally it's on the same page. If it's not, then it's not that they're negative. It just means that they're not in alignment with you. And instead of you trying to hold on, there's something also too, I'm going to be honest, there's some areas out there that are trying to hold on emotionally to something that doesn't have the integrity to hold strong. When you know it's chaotic, and you know it's not good. And then there's you not showing up with the integrity emotionally and doing disrespectful things emotionally to others too. And this could also be somebody doing that to you as well. But I would say the latter, just because of the fact that we are dealing with this lunar eclipse in the fourth with the North Node here. It's like, you've put your integrity on outer places in the 10th house, other realms that you want to go towards and to achieve, but you have not put the integrity of the foundation and the emotion and the nurturing aspects of things. And maybe you've even used the nurturing as a place of control as well. Whenever I see integrity and challenge to the moon. And you did pull the healer card in the future, so and this outcome here, it's like you're going to a situation this week that that's going to heal you to move forward in your life. So whether that's you finally emotionally stepping into something that you haven't put the integrity first, or you're getting out of a situation that is not of emotional integrity so you can heal in your life. So you know where to go. Horus's eye, you know where to go. That healing is just knowing where to go next. I think that you don't know where to go next. I think that you're looking for the next job, the next creation, the next project, the next new exciting thing in the outside, but that's not going to heal you. That's not going to tell you where to go. You're still going to get there, and you're still going to have all these emotional, weird integrity issues that are going on. Not going to change shit. Oh, you're dealing with the hermit with the moon card. Yeah, you've been kind of lurking around in your own weird emotional world. You think that you've gained a lot of knowledge there. You pulled the healer, you got the Knight of Swords. You gotta cut something out really fast here. And also you gotta learn to move forward fast to heal yourself of any emotional, weird, hermetic, like you've been like an emotional hermit. And you haven't put that as the integrity. And so you gotta clear out some weird shit this week, fast. The way you get out of this integrity thing is you did get the Four of Wands upright. So it's like, you gotta get out of, this could be getting out of, anything that is not the true celebration. It's almost like, this could be, it is the card of weddings, so it is kind of weird. It is like, if a marriage isn't built on integrity, it's got to go to get you to that. If you're trying to find a celebration without the integrity of the emotion, like you're not going to get it. So it's like, you need to focus on what is going to bring you the ultimate celebration of your life. And I think that you have to determine that. I think that you haven't determined that yet. I'm going to pull another clarifier here. You got the Knight of Cups. It's like you have a lot that you still need to search for emotionally. You don't know where you're at emotionally. And I think that's causing a lot of weird things. But you need to find a partner that's willing to kind of go through that with you. But there's going to be partners that don't want to go through that search. And there's others that are, because you got to be real. Your Oregon Trails, you pulled measles too, and interesting. Things are going to pop up in your, it's like out of nowhere. And I think that, it's going to be all over you. It's going to be seen about, where the emotional integrity is not there and where the emotions cannot be suppressed anymore. There's a lot of emotional suppression. I'm going to pull one card over this measles, and it's the Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah, they're not being communicated, or you know what? You're trying to fix a situation that, maybe is unfixable, but I think that you don't know what to do. You don't know what to say, or you keep trying to figure something out that there's just this endless cycle of just, not showing up, not communication off, or just a really weird situation. The environment's all messed up. Like, it's just like, maybe you're just completely pulled out of everything. And so you have to learn to communicate, and you have to learn to get back to progressing forward into your emotion, to celebrate something and to find that integrity again. This is a major week for Aries. Sun in the 6th house of Libra. So yeah, your reality is everything right now about the relationship you're in and your health. And you got to look at your health and see how your relationships goes. If you get sick this week, you did pull the measles card. You did get the 6th house sun in Libra. It's in balance. The relationship's out of balance. Also, at the same time, you also need to pay attention to the relationship you're in is the reality that you've created. And if this is the reality you want, and this is the way that it is, and you can live with it this way, there's an issue with the relationship because you're looking for, no, I want my reality to change into a different situation. It's like, really? Or you're not of service to your partner. Or are you of service to your partner? Or are you servicing your partner in a weird way? Or are you in a relationship that it's just service-based? It's like slavery.
I don't think you pulled a Oregon Trail for yourself, Mr. Leo. You trying to stay away from dysentery or what?
Oh, maybe I forgot about that. Here, for Leo's broken tongue.
Oh, we're going to have to silence you, I guess, for the rest of the show.
No, I mean, it's just like,
no more talking from you.
I got to go find out why there's disconnection and reconnect it. And you know me, I own trailers. I have no problem fixing my fucking tongue.
Do.
All right.
What was that? You just fucking pulled
No,
one out.
hey, I'm dude.
Yeah, okay.
Dude.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm watching
Capricorn.
You. Told you, fucking A, Billy Ray.
That was legit too. I was not fucking around.
Well, I told the Cup Gods, and the Cup Gods listened.
Hey, we got 1.1 thousand, so we're at 11. Oh, look at a card popped out for all you 1.1 thousand people, and it's the 3 of Wands. Go towards the vision that you really want. You see the vision of the dreams that you want for love. Don't be afraid. We pulled 11, 1.1. A lot of people talk about the twin energy with 11 and 1 ones, and we saw that, and I threw that, and but you got to go towards that adventure. You can't fucking, all these people talk about twins and shit. It's like, fucking, are you going to go do it? Or are you just going to fucking talk about it on fucking Instagram and on fucking Facebook and all that shit? Like, go. It's reality. Stop sitting on your fucking phone and being like, it's it. It's like, go find out. You don't know. You don't know what it smells like yet.
I'm sure it smells like roses.
Okay, Capricorn.
Fresh
Gnarly
cut
time. Happy
roses.
birthday, by the way, Capricorns. Happy birthday to all the Cappies. I just got to say, this is a major time because this is the biggest astrology week we've ever seen in our lives in all time ever. And so, you got Saturn in your sign with Pluto meeting on Sunday. We got the Sun and Mercury on the same day. We got a lunar eclipse happening with this full moon in Cancer about relationships. We got Jupiter and the South Node in your sign. It's heavy right now. You're having to look at your life, your identification of yourself, and where are you aligned with people. And, I know you want all these big things, but it's like the moon is reminding you with Rahu in this North Node, like, where's the emotions of the relationships that are going to help really pull you into the right direction? Where you choose your partnerships right now in your life is where you get pulled, and that's the identity you are. So if you're in a relationship with somebody who, we'll use harsh examples, but you can bring them into the smaller ones. If you're in a relationship with somebody who's smoking fucking meth every day, guess what? Your fucking life is going to look like a meth fucking life. Somebody who eats fucking ice cream all day, guess what? It's probably going to feel like Baskin fucking Robbins in your house.
Just a fuck ton of mint chip Rocky Road lying around everywhere.
I don't know, or Ben and Jerry's, but all those guys that built all those ice cream companies fucking died in their 50s of heart attacks because they ate that shit every day. Go look it up.
I will. Ben and Jerry?
Yeah. Ben and Jerry did not make it too well, from what I remember. Somebody might want to wiki that for me. But people are saying they don't do meth. Don't do meth.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
That's the whole point of what I was trying to say. Don't fucking... Capricorn, don't get pulled into that. Capricorns are weird though. They won't do it themselves, but they'll be caught up in weird shit of what they'll nurture anybody and do even the stuff that they don't want to do in their personal relationships. That's the weirdest part. It's I'd never do that, but fucking I'll love that person who did it. What? Really? Wow. But then everybody else will fucking be tyrants too. Scorpio in the 11th, fuck you, you're not doing this, but oh my God, but she's doing it or he's doing it, so fucking they're cool. That's my partner.
We got a birthday donation. You're gonna have to pull a card right quick for Miss Morningstar. Pause. Hold it.
This thing's not hidden. All right, Miss Morningstar, happy birthday to you.
And thank you for the donation.
You got the 8 of Wands reversed. So, I think that, with the arrows of love going backwards, I think that you need to take a step back for a second before you jump into something or you go towards something or you make a move in whatever you're doing right now in your love life and make sure that you know that this is all going in the right direction, or you need to talk about the direction because there's something about direction that's not being understood right now. And I think deeply when I tap into your soul right now, it's is everything right now with your love life going in the right direction? Is this where you really want it to go? I think that you need to stop, pause, and re-aim things. And I think that more importantly, you also have to stop kind of believing it's all going or something's coming. It's maybe it's time for you to set the direction of where you really want it to be and own that and stop taking positions that might not be the exact direction that you want, but you're taking them anyway. But you're not telling the universe that's where you want to go. And by saying no, even to something that looks great, but it's not the right direction, the arrows of love truly come. That's when Cupid shows up.
Apparently both of the Ben and Jerry founders are still alive.
Okay, so it wasn't them, it was the Haagen-Dazs people, I think.
Sure.
Wow, Ben and Jerry's still kicking it?
Yeah, bro, Ben and Jerry, fucking moons over my hammy, eating at Denny's every damn day.
Wow. All right, Capricorn, then with Venus in your second, you got to know the value, you know the worth. I know it's your birthday time. And then Uranus and Taurus coming direct. This has to deal with your 5th house of love. Curveballs, excitement. But is that excitement there? Is that forward energy there? That's why I was saying, partnerships right now with a lunar eclipse in your 7th house and Uranus turning direct while the lunar eclipse happens in your 5th. Okay. This is wild love story situations for Capricorns. And I think that this is a major shift in your life, but you need to really pay attention to the emotions and you need to look at your life. And with Jupiter in the South Node, you got to be in your sign, is this the story I really want? And be willing to look at that and be willing to own that and be willing to also at the same time with Saturn, Pluto, Sun, Mercury conjunction on Sunday, be willing to make some of the most intense decisions of your life when it comes to these things that are presented to you. There's going to be a lot presented of truth in what could be, what you have, and where you want it to go. You did pull for the first card, the moon, void off course. There is something missing. There is something missing in the relationship situation right now. There's a void of course moon. This is when the moon is always at the end of a sign, and it's not aspecting anything, and it's leaving a sign. There's something missing. There's something not on target here. Something's missing here, and I think that this is going to come back. We're going to come back to this card. Your challenge is the energy card. You're lacking some sort of energy. You feel like something is draining your energy. You feel like somebody's not showing up with the energy that you want to, and that they're not showing up fully. There's something where also maybe you don't have the energy to show up fully for something because you don't have the energy to show up fully for it. You might feel like something's missing there. Wow, you pulled the death card. I've been feeling this one with Capricorns. This is a major time where you are facing finally after a long time. And I've been talking to Capricorns for a long time on the app for fucking 5+ years, since 2014 when I started the Leo King app. And then you know what? I'm sorry, Capricorn, you have Pluto in your sign since 2008. Now you have Saturn here for the last 2 years, and now they're finally conjuncting. Your relationship life is a do or die situation about what is missing and the energy that you really want in your life. You need to stop the energy that's half-ass. You did not come down here to be half-ass. I'm sorry to say, Capricorn, you did not come down here to have half-ass relationships either. Period. To clarify this missing, you have other options you're looking at secretly in your head, and you're comparing yourself to other relationships and stuff, and you have other prizes that you see, and that's what's helping you see what's missing. The Death card showed up, man, there you are. You're trying to defend and hold on to something that is trying to die. It's like you will hold on to defending something that needs to die. It's like how Kim Jong-un's father is still in North Korea in the middle of wherever the palace is. He's dead, but he's in a fucking glass case, still alive. Like Kim Jong-un is still keeping his father, he's dead, but he's keeping his body intact visually for people to see. Disgusting. What are you holding on to something for so much? Or for somebody, if you're single, that's not showing up with the energy, they're not showing up, you know something's missing, but you're still going to hold on to it, you're afraid to just let it go, and including partnership Capricorns, it's like there's a fucking old story here. There's a new reality. This is the biggest shift of your life. How do we get out of this? We got the Emperor. Oh my gosh. You pulled the Emperor card. You have to take action and initiative for the life that you want, and you have to step up to the plate, and you can no longer play bullshit anymore. You got the Lion of courage, and you got the Crow seeing everything and knowing the truth. You have to do this now. You can no longer sit back and fucking cradle all this bullshit. There's a lot of bullshit here. Yeah, it's not as pretty as you think. 6 of Cups reversed. It's like you're in a position where there is not the beauty that you think. It's almost like the desert. Your Oregon Trail card is, wow, look at this. It's just, you got to forge the river. I think that you keep waiting for, if you remember the game in Oregon Trail, you could forge the river, which was dangerous, or you could wait for the ferry. I think you've been waiting for the ferry and no ferry is fucking showing up. I'm going to clarify on that forge. Wheel of Fortune. You have fortune to forge the river. Sag, first house, Saturn. You need to put yourself and the adventure of your life and the bigger things that you want in your life first and not feel guilty about it. You feel so guilty to go explore the realms of the life that you want to have, and you need to stop feeling guilty for that, Capricorn. And you need to find a partner that has the identity of the beliefs and the big world that you see. And they own that, embody that too. All right. Scorpio's the last one.
Now that we got everybody else out of the way, you know what time it is. Ain't no party like Scorpio party, baby. Yeah.
Scorpios. All right, last card.
Let's get a little
last sign. So Scorpios, oh my gosh. Scorpios. Hold on a second. Been a long night here on Deep Love Tarot.
Deep.
Well,
Yeah. Scorp. What is
all right, Scorpio. A lot of third house energy, a lot of curiosity. I said, actually, if you will go watch on highvibe.tv, I go more into that curiosity. But, curiosity did kill the cat. But not necessarily. I mean, there's a full moon here in your 9th house. So it's like, you need to go explore. But I think that you need to go explore situations. The curiosity is one thing. But explore situations that actually make logical sense. So you might be curious about relationships, or if you're in a relationship, communication is really intense and really weird. But it's like, focus, because that's really what it is. Focus on adventures that make logical sense for the reality that you want. Like, I think that you have two different worlds. So it's like, can you find people or energies that combine a lot of these exciting curiosities into one instead of trying to bit and piece them into, well, this person has this and this person has that and that person has that. It's like you're going to just be scattering yourself thin. Venus is in your 4th house, so you want to feel a deeper emotion connected. That's why, Aquarius is, they bug out, right? That's what Aquarius is, it bugs out. Well, that's your 4th house. You bug out emotionally when you don't feel connection. But you're putting yourself in positions where there is no connection. So I think that it's in time for you to pick the adventures of this lunar eclipse. And with all this energy of Mars and Sag, it's about knowing your value and also determining and putting your energy towards energies of relationships that have value, that have self-worth in themselves. Instead of, picking people that really don't have self-worth, they don't really know what they want, they don't know what they're doing, they don't know how to create anything. Like, that's a waste of time. So, and with Uranus coming direct in your 7th house relationships, holy shit, on the time of the lunar eclipse,
Holy
woo! Shit. That's a crazy new relationship, knowing, lesson, adventure. But I think that, Uranus and Taurus is teaching all Scorpios that it's like the excitement comes through self-worth. People with value, people that see the value in you, but also people that know what they want to go create. None of this, I don't know, people kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing in my life, or I'm just kind of doing this. Like, Scorpios need more. And I think that this is a time for more instead of just curiosity over small little things that don't have any big meaning and big visions. You got the South Node of life debts, so I think you're clearing a lot of past life relationship energy this week in order to move forward. I also think that these are past relationships or past situations or somebody that you've been constantly going back to that you have to confront and let go of the energy towards. It's like the debt's over, especially this is the South Node on Jupiter, which happens to be in your 3rd house. It's like you keep thinking about somebody from your past. And this goes back a while, so it wouldn't be somebody that, is new or anything like that. Like, this is like old. Been going, it hasn't stopped. It's like, Scorpios will never reveal that either. Like, they have that person that they just keep thinking about, even though it's over. And it's like continuingly to see. Or, shifting it, right? It's like, can't let go of the karmic debt, so shift it from this role to that role to this role to that role. Well, how do you think you're going to get love if you're connected to this past life old debt that's already been served? That person you need to pay attention to this week. Success. And that's the challenge. It's like you feel like maybe you can't be successful without this person. Maybe you don't think you can have the success on your own for love. But it's like, that's the issue. You can't have the success that you want in your life because of this past life old person or this old past relationship situation, this karmic debt that's been paid, that's already been done. But it's like continuing to bring it into your reality by not only processing it so much or changing it into different places or relying on success about it, or the success of your life unable to be done because you had success there and it didn't work, so you don't think success is going to happen the way that you want to now. Because nothing ever worked as good as that. Or felt like that. And there you got soulmate energy. Oh. Once you clear that, you can finally open the doors to the ultimate soulmate energy that you've been wanting in your life. But there is an old, past, deep-rooted relationship here. This is like a wart. Warts can move around. It's like, well, it was on my heart, but now I moved it to my foot. It's like, it's out of sight, but not really. Still a fucking wart. So there's this beautiful soulmate energy, but I also think you're dealing with two sides. I think you're dealing with new soulmate energy, but you're dealing with old soulmate energy. And I think that you're going to have to fucking cut the old soulmate energy out completely in order to move on to the new soulmate energy. There's no fucking other way around this shit. Especially as a lunar eclipse in the 9th house is telling you to go expand into new horizons instead of Capricorn, South Node, solar, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto with the Sun and Mercury about this 3rd house trying to figure out or keep around in the environment the old. Even if it's in your mind. Yep, look at that. That 10 of Wands popped up for the old person, and that old, it's a burden, it's a weight. It's still holding on. It's still holding on to a lot. So how are you going to bring any new bushels of anything good when you're already full with giving them that much energy still. You might not think you are, but you are. And with the soulmate vibe, boom, you do have somebody that you have to fully let go. You pulled the 8 of Cups upright fully. That is complete gone. That is, I am out of town forever. Because until you do out of town forever, how you're going to be holding on to a weight in the past. And you're not going to get the success you want in love. I'm going to get a clarifier on this goodbye forever. The Hermit. This person's way in the background. Maybe you don't even see them much, or you can't even see them, or they've retreated someplace weird, or you've let them retreat somewhere weird in your life. But it's like a silent little sleeper cell. It's holding back the success of your life for your happiness in your romantic life. Especially with Neptune in your 5th house, you have all these dreams of love. But Scorpios don't realize that their love lives are delusional till they realize that they clean up the old love life mess. That's why Scorpio is black and white. There's no such thing as gray. Well, you know, we were this and now it's over, but, you know, I still think about them. Or it's black or white with Scorpio. They want that from everybody else, but you won't give that to others. Oh, I love calling Scorpio out. I'm having a blast today with this one.
We can take it.
I know you can take it. Look at that. Success, 3 of Cups. There's the joy of your life waiting for you right there. But, you know, we did pull 3 of Cups here. You know, it's like 3 energies. It's like, okay, yeah, there's definitely like new energy, new soulmate. But then it's like the old one. And like you think maybe you can have a party and a good time, all 3. But there is something to say that could be a burden and that could hold things back. I think that this is about moving into new energy that creates a new social vibe and a new social thing into your life. Let's see. I want to get clarity on that 3 of Cups. Yeah, you pulled the Empress card reversed. And with the Success card, it has to deal with, you feel that somebody from your past is actually cursing your success or has brought you to a place that maybe you really don't want to be with your success, or it disempowered you in many ways because they put some sort of that you were only successful through them, or that they hurt you enough to kind of make you feel like you can't have the success that you want. So I feel like you're removing some sort of deep curse. Let's see what these organ trails say for Scorpios.
Dysentery.
You ready for some dysentery?
I got one last
you were
shot.
obsessed with dysentery, man.
I'm trying.
You know,
I'm doing all I can.
Now you got typhoid, clean water, and that goes well with this whole thing. Like, there's toxic cold water that, you know, you can think that you can keep changing or drinking, but, you know, it's still typhoid. And you know what I like? You know, we zoom in on this card. Like, it's got a craziness around this skull. Like, crazy. That's probably what it feels like when you get typhoid. Like, kind of like, you know. 8th house Sag, Uranus. Wow. Piecing the fuck out on old situations. 8th house that you got to end to open up to the new adventures. But also at the same time, it's like this could be obsessed about the belief that something can move forward, and great new things can move forward in your life. But you got to deal with this 8th house stuff that's deep and that's deep connected. There's also secrets here, or, you know, having to expose your beliefs, or having to expose, you know, some crazy things that are going to show the world. Because if you have to be around anybody right now that you can't expose your weird stuff about your life, your world, your perspective, your beliefs, or anything like that, like, how is it going to connect? That's your connector point, is when you can fully be yourself, truly, and connect. And when you can piece out of and end old stories, Sag. Well,
not too shabby.
This is the most extreme astrology we have ever seen in our lives ever.
Ever.
This week.
Literally ever.
We love you all very much.
Yeah, we do.
HighVibe.tv is here for you. You do not want to miss. I already put them all up. It's on the app right now. And to miss my dailies, miss my weekly sun sign horoscopes, and all of the other awesome talent that's on HighVibe.tv. And do not miss out on the Era of Providence. We just did a New Year's Eve awesome event here with awesome speakers, including my Era of Providence full-blown talk. I talk about 2020. I talk about this whole decade and beyond. And I give you the secrets of the biggest quest of your life that has already begun. It is now available at highvibe.tv under the live event section that you can purchase now. It is amazing. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you, Craig. You have any last words for everyone?
Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Get to know yourself, your wants, your desires, and then really, push that out there into the world and bring that love in that you actually want. Or if you don't want any love, then don't. But don't settle. And don't settle for mediocrity within yourself either. You are beautiful.
From highvibe.tv, that's probably not good. From highvibe.tv, we love you very much. We've had lots of conversations around this place during New Year's and everything about what high vibe is. High vibe is you and truth, and it's just truth, and it's you, and it's your uniqueness and your own high vibe. There is no centristic part of what a high vibe is. It is your own truth. It is your own knowing. It is your connection to whatever you connect with, whether you connect with what you call God or you call creator or you call your religion, whatever that it is you and your own high vibe, and you are the high vibe itself. We all individually are. We all know. We all connect with that. And during this most intense, most craziest astrology that has ever been on the planet of all time in our lives that is happening ever this week, all you have to do, especially with love right now, and I'm going to pull one card, the Fool card. Oh my gosh. Go and be happy. Go and be blissful. Go and forget about all of the understandings of this universe and the world. You have that deep connection with the beautiful essence of the human and the fun and the beauty that you are as a human being. And that is the essence of high vibe itself. I love you very much. I'm sending you all my best energy. We will be here for Deep Astrology tomorrow after dark. We got you every day with my daily horoscopes and everybody else. Please join highvibe.tv and support us. We're sending so much love to you all. And that's the best way to help us continue to bring you this message in live shows like this for free. We love you all very much in the highvibe.tv studios. And we will see you all on the next Deep Love Tarot on the other side of Saturn and Pluto that hasn't happened for over 500 years. Love you all.